That should be fixed. You can hear me? I knew you could see that. I was talking about you guys seeing that, but unfortunately. I had to do some stuff to my PC recently that fucked up all my shit. And that is apparently inclusive of Pomp's audio not working either. You are. How am I gonna fix that? I know how to fix that. One sec. It's been a minute since I've done this shit. Haven't been here in a while. Output capture. Well, what did that create?
I hear music now.
Can you hear Pomp?
Oh yeah, I can hear me.
Okay. That was the intention.
All right.
Hi, guys. Yeah, it's been a minute since I've been here. No, I did not change the mute keybind. I will change it. I'll change it before Saturday. I promise you I'll change it before Saturday. I will. I promise I will. Hi, guys. How are you guys doing? Yeah, so, I was just telling Pump, so Hunt for the Starry Sky is ending pretty soon. I've been pretty candid about that, right? There's fewer than 10 episodes left in Hunt for the Starry Sky. There's probably not many more than 5 episodes left, like maybe 7. And what's happening after that is campaign 2 is it's already in the works. We're working on it. We're creating it as we speak right now. My artists are hard at work. My incredible, amazing artists. As a matter of fact, they're actually hard at work on the end of Starry Sky, not campaign 2 stuff.
God.
But when that's done, I am then going to start giving them campaign 2 stuff. So there is going to be like a break in between campaigns. There's like necessarily there's going to have to be like a 1 or 2 month break, right? But I don't want to go anywhere in that interim, and I want to like be making content and stuff. So it's been on my mind like the last week or so. Like, man, I need to just turn on stream. I gotta just hop on stream and just fucking stream. So here I am. So we're at the start of that initiative to reboot the Stargate to 018 online presence. That is to say, to get it going again. Because I haven't been around. Would I say 6 or 7 more? I would say that, but I would not say it the way that you want me to say it. Not unless I'm role-playing as Flower. I saw a great meme today. I saw a really great meme today that was it was Kai and Dizzy, and it was Dizzy doing the hand gesture, and Kai was like, "What is that?" And she was like, "Oh, Sin taught me this." And I was like, "That is so perfect for like Genzai and Flower, except right, Dizzy in this image has to be like Genzai and Flower's child." And it has to be Flower that taught the child.
That is so. That's real. That's real. That's real and true. 110%. Just be God damn it. I knew this day was coming, but I didn't think it would be this soon.
Yeah. So we were just talking about a couple things. I was gonna tell a story. I was about to tell Pump a story, but I decided to hold off until stream actually started so that I could tell stream the story too. So the story began with Pump recommending to me that I play No More Heroes, and I informed Pump that I've never played No More Heroes. I haven't played any of the No More Heroes games because when they came out, I was a young teenager, and I was in a phase of my life where I was like not interested in anything that I wasn't interested in. You know what I mean? Like, if something just rubbed me the wrong way in some way or another, I would just do that thing that teenagers do, where like I just decide that I don't like it and I won't interact with it, and I just say I don't like it. I don't have a good reason. There's a lot of things like that in my past where I'm like I just don't like it and I don't have a good reason, and it was just me being a fucking idiot teenager, right? No More Heroes was one of those things. When it came out, it was like the Suda51 brand of charm and humor just like didn't land with me. So at the end of the day, I was like, nah, I don't like it. I'm not gonna play it. I never played it. But now, looking back on it in hindsight, I'm like, actually, that shit's peak. I should probably play that. But So another thing, though, another important thing that was, as I was telling Pomp, a victim of that mindset that I had for a while, for about 2 years, was infamously my favorite thing that's ever been produced by mankind, and that is Gurren Lagann. When Gurren Lagann came out, my friend group were very interested in it. They were all watching it, and they were all super into it. And I, as a fucking stupid idiot, was just like, no, I don't want to watch that. I don't like giant mecha anime. I'm not going to watch a giant mecha anime. Mind you, the anime probably that I would credit as getting me into anime was like G Gundam. So I don't even know why I was saying that, to be honest.
What the fuck? I don't know. Hang on a minute.
I just like, I don't know. I was just like, I don't like giant mecha anime. It was like just not a topic I was interested in getting into. And all my friends were like, dude, even if you don't like giant mecha anime, and they all had me pegged, they were like, you're lying, first of all, that's bullshit. But even if you don't like giant mecha anime, you're going to like Gurren Lagann. It's not like a giant mecha anime. It's something more than that. You really need to watch it. And I was like, no, I'm not gonna watch it. So like fast forward a couple of years when the movies came, or the first movie. I'm hanging out with my friend who I spent usually like every weekend, really. I was like at this person's house. And he loved Gurren Lagann, to the point where the way that I like learned about Gurren Lagann was from him initially, and it's because he used to wear a sweatband on his wrist every day with the Team Gurren logo on it, and I learned about it from him by being like, what is that? And he told me like, oh, it's from Gurren Lagann, and I was like, whatever, I don't want to watch that. But what we would do when we would hang out at his house is usually like every Saturday night we would watch a movie. When it would get to be, like after 10 p.m., be like, okay, what do you want to do? We're gonna watch a movie, and he's a big movie buff. He loves movies. He actually, I would credit him for getting me into like so many things and so many movies and showing me so many movies, like including Alien. I first watched Alien with him, and he presented a few options, and one of them was the Gurren Lagann movie, and I was like, I don't really want to watch that, and he was like, dude, just watch it. Just shut the fuck up and watch it, okay? And I was like, alright, fine, put it on. And when it was over, I have a very distinct memory of, like, turning in my chair to face him and being like, is the whole show like that? And he was like, it is so much more than that. I was like, okay, sold. So I went home from his house, and I binged the entire show in, like, genuinely one sitting. Like, I sat down in front of my PC probably at, like, noon, and it was, like, late into the night when I watched the last episode, and, like, sat back in my chair. Life changed forever. And I had to do like the Eat Crow gauntlet where like all of my friends, I'd like go into school and all my friends were like, what did we tell you?
You were like, I know, you were right. It's really funny because I actually had a very similar experience with Gurren Lagann, actually. Not, like, hearing this story. But it was a little different.
Okay.
So a good friend of mine, funnily enough, in school, me being me, much in the CMV, and I was like, I don't want to give this thing a shot because I don't want to, right? But not because I didn't like it, but it was because, like, I'm very weird about getting me to sit down and watch stuff, right? Mm-hmm. And so one of my very good friends who, again, knew me pretty well was like, you would love this shit. And I'm like, I don't know. And so they were like, right, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put the first 8 episodes of Gurren Lagann on this memory pen and give it to you. Watch them, and then tell me how you feel. And I was like, fine.
That's kind of diabolical. That's kind of criminal to give you.
It is! It was so diabolical! Like, dude!
That's a little bit criminal.
Yeah, and so I was like, alright, I guess I'll watch this show. I went home and I watched it. By the next day I went into school, I put the memory pen in front of them, and I was like, give me the rest tomorrow.
Yeah.
And they were like, and I was like,
Yeah. Yeah, it's funny. Yeah, if you know anything about Gurren Lagann, I'm pretty sure my whole audience has seen Gurren Lagann. You know that episode 8 is like not a good place to stop at all. Oh my god, no.
No.
That is not the moment I would say the show gets good. I think the show probably gets like good. I don't know, like maybe like the episode where Rosu appears is probably like the one where you go like, oh, this show has like something to say, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's like episode. Probably, I think
that's like
4
or 5. Yeah,
it's pretty early on. Cause no, I'm incorrect. Episode 4 is when Kitan and his sister show up because it's got like fucked up animation. I think it's episode 5 is when Rosu shows up.
Yeah, because that's when like it gets kind of dark in that episode, and like you get to see like Simon and Kamina contend with like a dark theme and like stand up to it, and you're like, oh wait a minute, this is kind of nice.
Yeah, hang on, these guys are.
I kind of like this.
Yeah, hang on a minute, these guys are spitting. Hang on, no, the indomitable human spirit, I'm all here for it, dude. Yeah. Let's go, fighting spirit.
Yeah, it's it's funny that you mentioned that you thought, Kara, you thought that episode 8 was the peak of the show, because I wonder how many people have that experience, because I had a similar one where I watched the first movie, which is up to like episode 13 of the anime.
Yeah, it's like right before the time skip.
Yes, except it does not include Lord Janov.
No, it does not.
So that's why I asked him, like, is the whole show like this? And he had to say to me, like, it's more than this. It gets better than this. And I couldn't even conceive of that. I was like, that was so good. How does it get better than this? How is that possible? It gets better than this. And he's right. It fucking does. It doesn't just get a little better. It gets a lot better.
It gets a lot better.
Gurren Lagann just,
you know what I think is
steadily
crazy is your first
quality.
Your first experience with Gurren Lagann was the first movie with that final scene. Like, I'm like, dude! Dude!
Yeah, like, I couldn't believe my eyes. Until that point, I had just never seen anything so compelling like that. It hit me in a special kind of way.
I mean, I have the art book. I literally have the Gurren Lagann art book like in one of my cupboards, and I read it from time to time because I'm like, yeah, look at all this cool art.
I have my cool Gurren Lagann thing that I have is the full manga. I have every volume of the manga that was localized.
Oh, nice, very nice.
And I know it was discontinued, and there are no good scans anywhere out there on the internet. I know this because I was asked to upload those scans a long time ago, and I did not have the means to do it, unfortunately. I'd still like to do it. I should reach out to the person that asked me again. It was a long time ago, but I got, how did it happen? I did some kind of stream where I talked about Gurren Lagann or the manga or something, and it was with Guaka. I did Guaka's manga podcast, and I did scan some pages from the manga, and then I got reached out to by someone that was asking me to give them all of it. But that, like, without the proper equipment, that's very difficult.
It is hard. You gotta have to have specialist like fucking photocopy like scan equipment to get that shit proper and good.
There are 3 different adaptations of the anime to manga. I don't know if that's true. What I have is the official manga, which it's an adaptation of the anime to manga. It's like Dragon Ball Super, right? It's not it's not the other way around. It's not a manga that was adapted to anime. It's the anime being adapted to manga. And I don't know if there's more than one, but what I have is the like official one. Surely there's not more than one official one.
Well, I mean, you've got when it comes to adaptations, right? You've got the anime itself. Then you have the official manga, and then you've got the 2 movies, which are, technically speaking, adaptations of the series.
Right.
Because of the shit that they had.
So, a lot of the people that I've had in my life over time, I've showed them Gurren Lagann. Most recently, an ex-partner of mine, this probably was like 4 years ago now, I had her over, and we watched Gurren Lagann probably in like 3 sittings. But I made sure that we watched the anime all the way up until episode 27, and then I had her watch the movie version of the ending instead of the anime version of it.
I mean, it's pretty peak. It's pretty peak.
It's just better. It's just an improvement. Like,
it literally is just it's the end of the series, but better.
I personally would make arguments that it is better to watch the anime version of the events of the first movie, because the first movie abridges a lot of the first half of the show.
Mm-hmm.
There are a lot of things that I think the movie leaves out that it should not have left out. So I don't think it's a good replacement for watching the anime. The second movie is much the same. However, the end of the second movie is just a vertical improvement on the end of the anime, and like by a lot. And by the way, the end of the anime is a 10 out of 10 episode of anime, and the movie is just better somehow.
Man, it's crazy how how Spiral Power works like that. You know what I mean? Like it
just keeps getting stronger, right?
It just keeps getting stronger, man. There is no ceiling.
There's no spin-off. No, there's no spin-off to Gurren Lagann. There's the anime, the two movies, which are an adaptation that abridge a lot of the lesser, like a lot of the like minute-to-minute, like episode of the week stuff. They abridge that down. And some of it I think is like kind of important material that deserves to be consumed. So that's why I don't say it's a good replacement, even though it is an adaptation. And then there's the manga, which is it's an adaptation. It's different though. There's a lot of differences in the manga, and also the manga never finished. I don't even think it finished in Japan. It didn't get all the way to the end of the series. I think it got canceled. But in terms of what made it to the West, it didn't even make it to the time skip. It gets like post Kamina, and it does some stuff with like Nia gets introduced to the story, but they don't even get to Lord Genome in what was translated.
Damn, that early?
Yeah, and
that's unfortunate.
I think it's 8 volumes. There's some really cool differences in the manga. Like, for example, Lagann combines with mechs besides Gurren in the manga.
Ooh.
There's a whole point where Lagann combines with Yoko's mech, the Y tank.
Okay.
And it just has a big giant gun, but they win the fight in the manga by doing Giga Drill Buster, where they shoot the Giga Drill out of the gun.
That's so
pretty fucking cool.
That's so cool. Does he combine with King Kitan at all?
No, but maybe it would have gone there, I'm sure, eventually,
right?
Like, maybe.
That's my man. That's my boy.
That's kind of like where it ends. It's like after Kamina dies, and like Yoko's having her like sadness arc, and there's like a volume where the story's kind of like about Yoko having a little bit of a depression arc, and it wraps up with her like. She's the one who engages it, by the way. Like she like tells Simon like combine now, like we're doing it now. Like she like takes over the Kamina role and combines Simon with her mech, and they win the fight with that.
That's dope. That's dope.
I can't remember if they go much further than that, but I think it eventually it might have gone there. The only spin-off
Gurren Lagann fucking rocks, man. Gurren Lagann is peak. It's peak. It's peak fiction.
Hey, man, you making a pun with the word spin there? Yeah. Gurren Lagann does also have, if you're thinking of spin-offs, there's the parallel works that came with the Blu-rays. They're like little OVAs that are not more than like 5 minutes long. That are, how would you, have you seen those, Pomp?
I think I've seen 1 or 2 of them. I think, aren't the parallel works like, it's basically like, it's the infinite time prison. It's like a peek into those realities, right?
Kinda. I don't think it has any canon relevance in that way. It's just like what if stories that are about 5 minutes long. Actually, some of them are canon. There's a couple of them that are like backstory for characters. So they're music videos. They're each between like 3 to 5 minute long music videos using OST from the anime. And they're like fully animated and everything, and they're just little like mini episodes. Most of them are like true music videos, like Goofy. Like there's one where like the 2 child characters, Gimme and Dari, are doing like a Howl's Moving Castle style thing on the Daigoren.
On the Daigoren, yeah.
There's one that is Simon Kamina, and Viral are knights in a fantasy kingdom trying to save the princesses Nia and Yoko. There's one that seems to me to be like a prototype of Gurren Lagann, where it's like set in like a modern day Japan, kind of like Evangelion style, and the characters of Simon and Kamina look quite different, and the mechs look quite different, but it's like all the concepts of Gurren Lagann are present in it. Yes. The music video about Lord Genome, yes, the one that you're talking about there. So that one is canon. That's actually prequel backstory about what happened to Lord Genome, and that one actually is canon, and it is a parallel work, yes. I've said for the longest time that if they ever do any content in the future about Gurren Lagann, if they ever, like, pull together and decide to make another show or anything, that's what it needs to be. It needs to be the prequel story about Lord Genome. It can't be a sequel. I do not want a sequel.
No, I mean, it doesn't need a sequel, man.
No. The only thing that I would accept is a prequel. And even then, we like don't really need it because it already exists. But I would still take it, even though I know the whole story.
It's more Lord Genome content. You know?
I like Lord Genome.
Yeah, fucking more Laganzan. Fuck yeah, dude, come on.
Yeah, it's a cool character. I would take more of him. I still have not watched the dub of the second movie because that's fairly recent, and I have the Blu-ray on my desk right next to me.
Nice.
But I've never watched it. Any sequel, definitely like Gunbuster or Diebuster. A sequel would just not make any sense. There's just no reason to do a sequel. The only thing that a sequel could be about is like humanity actually facing off against the Spiral Nemesis, which is like the entropy thing that the Anti-Spiral is warning about. But part of the beautiful ending of Gurren Lagann is that we don't need to know what happens with that. You know, it's just like humanity wins and knows that it faces a greater threat than the Anti-Spiral, and we don't need to know how they're gonna handle it. They're just gonna handle it.
They're just gonna handle it because that's how it works. If you paid attention to the series at all, the phrase "Nah, I'd win" is the best way to describe how Spiral Power works. Yeah. It's just "Nah, I'd win," and you do.
There'd have to be a new protagonist. Like, obviously, Viral would be in it.
Yeah, because that motherfucker is immortal.
Like, all new characters, right? And I don't care for that. I don't want that. Now, what I would like is a game. I would love, like, an arena fighter, a Gurren Lagann arena fighter, or, like, a Musou game. A Gurren Lagann Musou game would be so
Oh my
cool.
God, that would go so hard! We can play as each of the mechs! Oh!
Yeah, I would love that.
I'm a day one King Kitan man, baby. Fucking... That is my favorite. That is my favorite mech in the whole show.
That's a good pick.
Love the
but
King
there
Kitan.
are really no bad picks.
No, there's not. There's not. They're all cool. They're all cool.
I think something that would be really cool for like a fighting game for Gurren Lagann would be that in the second movie, all of the mechs got the Super Galaxy treatment, right?
Yeah.
So it would be super cool because you have to think like, how would they make Tengen Toppa Gurren Lagann playable? The way that they would have to do that is that like. Cosmetically, if you get to the final round of the match, both players install into the Super Galaxy versions of their mechs. And it doesn't change the gameplay at all, but like you like grow and like the stage becomes like the galaxy background.
Yeah, oh my God, you're fighting on the galaxy!
Yeah.
Ah!
That would be so fucking cool. That would be really, really fun.
One of the hardest lines in this series goes in that final fight whenever the fucking Anti-Spirals like burn in the everlasting hellfire of creation. That shit is so good!
Be utterly annihilated down to the very last scrap of DNA!
Oh,
I know every fucking line in that show.
Oh. Dude. Like, that is the one line in that fight that sticks out to me because it is just so fucking cool.
I could read you just the entire script of basically that entire show.
I know you could. Like Star Fox, man.
Yeah, Star Fox.
Oh my God.
I'll probably stream the new Star Fox when it comes out. It's gonna be pretty funny because the number one thing I'm gonna be doing the entire time I'm playing that game is quoting Star Fox 64 and criticizing how closely they replicated it.
You gotta get Fox with the
Bam! Oh man, Star Fox 64 is so fucking good, man. What
God.
an all-timer. I'm glad they're making a new Star Fox. I'm not glad that it's a remake of 64, but I will take it. I will take it.
You know, Crow mentioning Gundam. You know what we need? We need a fighting game, but with all of with Gundam, with fucking Gurren Lagann. I want Gurren Lagann to throw down with G Gundam. I want that fight.
So I'm gonna say this. It comes with an unfortunate caveat. It exists. It already exists. It is called Iron Saga Versus. Unfortunately, none of your favorite mechs are in it yet. They are currently putting DLC out for it, and the IP Iron Saga started out as a mobile gacha game, and it has every mech in it, ever. So they do already have a couple of crossovers in Iron Saga Versus. It is genuinely a matter of time before there are Gundams and before Gurren Lagann is in it. I think.
Okay, but is the game good?
It is pretty good. It is pretty good. I like it.
Okay. All right, then I will be patient and I will wait my turn.
It has a system kind of like Injustice or Mortal Kombat, where when you pick the mech, it has two different modes that you can go as. So there's you'll have one mech that can summon other mechs to back it up, but you can play it in the other stance where it doesn't have that, and instead it has more melee attacks kind of thing.
Okay.
And I would liken it maybe a little bit to Guilty Gear Strive in terms of the complexity of characters and game mechanics.
Okay. All right.
And it looks really good too. The visual style is incredible.
You know, it just reminds me of when you and I were playing Risk of Rain 2 and we had the Gurren Lagann mod.
Yeah, dude.
That shit was so dope.
I want to play as Gurren Lagann in more games, man.
Yeah, because Gurren Lagann's fucking awesome.
There's only that one. That's the only one that I can play as Gurren Lagann in.
And it's actually really well done, too.
Yeah, it is. What's up, Jack? Yeah, so the only Gundam that I know anything about, really... Oh, I know two of them. I know G Gundam, and then with Daiji, I watched the movie... One of the movies where...
The really jazzy one?
Yes. Yes, the really jazzy one. The very musical one. And I liked that. I know G Gundam is a little bit, not... Gundam fans will probably tell you that G Gundam is not one of the better ones, but... I fucking love G Gundam. So good.
Yeah, but we're not quote unquote Gundam fans, so
no, and not for any reason. Gundam's cool. I've just never.
Yeah.
In order for me to become a Gundam head, I'd have to go back and watch some really, really dated anime, and I don't know if I want to. Mm-hmm. I don't even watch current day yet. Very often.
Yeah, I mean, fucking same. I fell off the anime train real hard, but I'll always go back and watch my favorite classics like Hellsing Ultimate. Just gonna put that out there. One of the coolest series ever. That's my favorite character in anime.
I have seen Hellsing Ultimate. I like Hellsing Ultimate.
Fucking love that show, man.
I liked it. My favorite anime is obviously Gurren Lagann. I am a big fan of Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood.
Ooh, that's a good one.
I just rewatched that last year. The most recent anime that I consumed was Attack on Titan. And the main reason I did is because I started Attack on Titan when it started. Kind of had to see it through to the end.
Yeah, it's one of those.
My opinion is Attack on Titan started very high, super peak, and then it dipped down to mid, and it stayed mid and occasionally peaked again, and it never fell into bad territory. It didn't get bad, which is as good as I could say about it, I guess. I will say, I won't spoil Attack on Titan if anybody hasn't seen it, but there is a reveal related to time travel in that show that blew my fucking mind in a way that I'm a BlazBlue head. I like time travel plus. So when they talked about the mechanics of time travel in the Attack on Titan setting, I was like, that's fucking crazy, dude. What the fuck? That's unheard of. I've never heard of time travel functioning like this before, and I actually think it's fucking dope. I have heard some negative things about the creator of Attack on Titan, so I probably would not follow his works in the future based on that, but I will choose, in this instance, to separate art from artist a little bit and say, I think it was pretty good. You know, it's funny, I grew up watching the dub of the original Full Metal Alchemist, and of course, I really liked Vic Mignogna as Edward. And as a kid, that became how I knew him. And then when Brotherhood came out, I was watching it as it was airing, so I was watching the sub, and it took a very long time for me to warm up to the Japanese cast. In the same way it did with Dragon Ball. It took me a while to warm up to the Japanese cast of Dragon Ball. But when I went to do my rewatch, I was like, you know, why don't I try watching the dub and see if I enjoy that? I got one episode deep, and I was like, nope, I'm watching the sub. It was better. It's better. Don't like the dub.
You know, going back to Gurren Lagann, you want to know what's really cool about Gurren Lagann is that it works both ways.
It does. It totally does. It has a great
It works both ways. You can watch that dub or sub. It is entirely personal preference. I love the dub, but I also love the sub. It's just really good. It's really good.
I think the performances in the sub are better, but I think that the dub is written impeccably. Like it's like the lines are written so well. So they're both extremely enjoyable. And the cast of the dub is really fucking good. Spain had a good dub of FMA. 03. Didn't get to work on Brother until last year. Wow, that's late. Super late. The dub of what, Kara? Gurren Lagann or Full Metal? I'm trying to think of what else is good dubbed. Obviously, BlazBlue has the best dub in the history of man. I'm gonna...
Hellsing Ultimate actually has a really good dub.
Have not seen that.
Crispin Freeman is the voice of Alucard, and oh my goodness.
I will dial back a little bit and say the actual best dub in the history of man is Funimation Dragon Ball Z. That's just, like, not debatable.
Yep.
Now, people on Twitter will try to gaslight you by showing you the early clips of it being bad. It was bad at the beginning, yes, but it, like, before Frieza, it was peak, and it stayed peak until the end. So, I don't know what you want me to say. Like, it's...
Yeah.
And it's, like, so iconic that it created careers and, like, there's no voice actors are as iconic in any roles as with Dragon Ball Z. And granted, by the way, I am a vocal hater of both Sean Schemmel and Chris Sabat. I don't like either of those people, but they are iconic in their roles. And I don't think that either of them has done anything, like, abhorrent. They're not like chud, like, right-wingers or anything, but, I just don't think they're good people. Like, nice people. Sean Schemmel is the nice people argument. I would say Chris Sabat, I don't like his performances very much in more recent stuff, but in any case, BlazBlue has the second best dub in the history of man. And Patrick Seitz is the GOAT. He's the best voice actor who has ever lived and ever will live.
Man, could you imagine if the stars aligned and we got Patrick Seitz to do some voiceover for Starry Sky? My goodness.
I wish he had a cameo. If Patrick Seitz had a cameo, I would waste a lot of money.
that's your gotcha wheel, is cameos from fucking Patrick Seitz.
I want to say, I think Kohaku told me, his name is evading me right now, but the voice actor of Tager, I think he does have a cameo.
Richard, is it Richard Epcar? No, it's not Richard Epcar.
I usually know it, but it's slipping my mind.
Hang on, you know what? That's what the internet's for, baby.
Jameson Price.
Ah. All right, well, beat me to it.
I think Kohaku told me he has one. And his voice is freaking iconic too, though. Say goodbye to your friends.
Say goodbye to your friends.
The best Tager voice line ever, though, was back in Continuum Shift when he would win a round and go, "Fewer than my estimates."
It's so just disrespectful,
it goes so
bro.
fucking hard.
It's so disrespectful. That's the meanest thing you could say to someone after kicking their ass. Just like, yeah, that's what I expected.
Taker was a good like gateway to BlazBlue for me, where like there are a lot of things that drew me into BlazBlue, but one of those things like prominently was the fact that like, you know, I saw Taker and I vaguely knew of like the grappler archetype of like Zangief being like just a big dumb meathead type character. You know, like the big man is big man. That's his character archetype, right? But when I heard Tager speak and heard like a refined gentleman of class and intelligence, I was like, what? Huh? That is so interesting. What?
Hey, no shit on my boy Zangief, all right? Like he's actually very well spoken, and he's a lovely man, all right? I will not hear any Geef slander in this house. God damn it.
I don't know enough about the character, but you know, it's just like the fighting game big boy grapplers usually are a certain type of way. And Tager is quite different.
And then Potemkin!
Potemkin is... I don't know... I haven't heard Potemkin really talk enough. I know the lore about Potemkin, so my opinion of him is, yeah, he's a wise guy. He's a smart man. But
he also blows you the fuck up.
Yeah. But he doesn't do a lot of like on-screen acting very much, so... Which is interesting. It's weird to think of how like the BlazBlue characters have so much screen time and so much dialogue and personality expressed in the story mode, and then like Guilty Gear's characters are so beloved by so many people, but they don't really. They have like almost no screen time, like any of them.
Yeah, if your name isn't Soul Bad Guy, you know,
like. The like President Vernon had more screen time than every single Guilty Gear character not named Soul Bad Guy in the Strive story. that is like objectively true.
Oh man.
How long is the Gurren Lagann manga? I vaguely is it near me right now? No, it's on my bookshelf. I want to say it's like 8 volumes. It's across the room from me. I can't see it from where I am right now. I think it's 8 though. Could be like 6 or 7. Though. God damn it!
God damn it,
Those
Star!
numbers are so cursed now.
I hit it because every time like the numbers 6 and or 7 appear together, I want to die because my brain has been rotted by the internet.
10? No, wait, there are 10 volumes. There are. Wait, are there 10 physical volumes though, or are you looking at translated chapters up to volume 10? Because if there's fan translations of the Japanese ones, you could be right, but there was like I don't own them because they stopped printing them. Physical volumes. All right, now I'm gonna go look. Hang on, I'm gonna go look at how many volumes there are. One sec.
Don't worry, I'll keep everybody entertained. Oh my god, he disappeared. My goodness. I love these fun little chats. Just yapping, dude. We yapping in this bitch.
Okay, I
hope everybody's having a good day.
I have 6 volumes of the Gurren Lagann manga. If is there a picture of that? Oh, wait. I'm checking to see if there are some that I never got, but yeah, like I see them in Japanese. I see 7, 8, 9, and 10 in Japanese, but I do not see them in English.
Ah.
Because I know that more of it was produced in Japan, but in terms of what came here translated officially, I think it's only the 6.
American debuff. It's a rough one.
But I do have them. I do have them, though.
You know, talking about anime, I still can't believe that Yujiro Hanma is coming to Tekken. That shit's so funny.
If I speak, I'll be in trouble.
What do you mean you'll be in trouble?
I don't know. Do people like that character and or series here?
I mean, I wouldn't really say I quote unquote like it. I think it's funny.
I don't
like I look at it and I'm like, it makes me laugh.
I don't know anything about it, but I look at it and I cringe. I think it looks icky.
Well, that's the point. Icky. It is meant to look as awful as possible. Like that's just the art style.
I don't like it. I don't like it.
I like Baki, depending on the arc. That's so real because of some of the shit that I've seen. I'm just like, it's like sometimes you're like, oh wow, Baki, yeah, okay, Baki, and then you're like, oh my, what the fuck, bro?
Can't say I'm too invested, but I'm not very invested in what's happening with Tekken right now. So.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I can't wait to see how fucking ugly they make him. Because they're gonna have to make him ugly, otherwise it's not, you know. Like, he has to be gross, bro. He has to look gross.
I think it's pretty cool, the guest character that leaked for Street Fighter.
Huh?
Do you not know?
No.
I don't know if I should say it. It's a leak.
Oh, yeah, you know what? Maybe not. Maybe not.
There is a guest character coming to Street Fighter 6 that was leaked, credibly. It is not from an anime. I'll say that. It is from something else, and I'm pretty confident that like basically everyone I know and everyone you know. I did not say it. I did not say it, but chat said it.
Oh. Okay. Okay. If that's the case, big thumbs up.
Yeah, I was gonna say, pretty sure basically everyone I know and everyone that you know will be excited about it.
Oh yeah, yeah, absolutely. Listen, they couldn't get her. They couldn't get her in Tekken, bro. So they just moved on to Street Fighter.
Pretty cool. I think it's probably gonna coincide with them finally announcing and showing Part 3.
Oh my god, I can't wait. I can't wait. I'm so excited. Yeah. I might stream that shit.
I'm quite
if my computer can handle it.
Final Fantasy VII Rebirth is one of my favorite video games of all time. I would put it in my top 10.
It's very good. It's very, very, very good. And when I finally got the chance to sit down and play it fully, I was like, this is so good. I can't stop. In fact, I'm pretty sure I was messaging you and keeping up with you, letting you know where I was the whole time.
Not long after I did, yeah.
Yeah. I remember you being shocked when I was in certain areas, because I was like, listen, man, I just don't stop. I can't stop. I can't put it down. I have to keep going.
I love that game. Speaking of, this past week, I absolutely inhaled in a single, very long breath, Unicorn Overlord. God fucking damn it, I love that game. Holy hell, that game was so good. I beat it at 63 hours, which I did in the space of a week. It was like all I did with my spare time. I just kept playing Unicorn Overlord. I had a 3-day weekend, and it's like all I did, literally, for like all 3 days, just play Unicorn Overlord.
I was there for some of it.
That game was hella fucking good. Hella good. I don't know, I got bitten by, like, I felt like playing a Fire Emblem game. And I was like, but I've played all the Fire Emblem games. I need to play Fire Emblem, but it's not called Fire Emblem. So I did, and shit, that game was so good. You know what the really fucking sad thing, though, is that Vanillaware, there are two things that Vanillaware is allergic to. It is A, releasing their games on PC, and it is B, releasing sequels to any of their games. They will never make a sequel. That's the saddest part about Unicorn Overlord, is when you finish it, you're gonna be like, that is the one and only time I'm ever gonna play a game like that. They're never gonna do another one.
That's rough. That's rough, buddy. Oof.
Pretty sad.
But, you know, at least they tell you up front that they're not going to make a sequel and not make you wait 14 years for a third game in a series.
They don't say it. We just know that about Vanilla. They just don't make sequels.
Yeah, but at least you know that. Again, you're not in a nebulous void for 14 years.
I am a fan of Odin Sphere, a game that could use a sequel for a very long time. I don't even remember what year that game came out, but it's been an extremely long time, and that is one of the all-time greatest games ever. And no sequel. Nope. Vanillaware's like, we just release Peak and never talk about it again.
Drop the mic and actually leave.
Fuga Memories of Steel. I have not seen it. I'll look it up.
I've heard about that 13 Sentinels game. heard about it.
So one of my friends that has also played Unicorn Overlord was telling me that I should play version something else. Oh, this does look a little Vanillaware-esque. And it is anthropomorphic characters, which I have been known to enjoy.
Hmm.
Do you like cute animal people?
Animal
It looks like
cool.
Advance Wars, which I've never played, but I think people really like that, so... It's interesting. It's like these cute little anthropomorphic animals with these extremely detailed war machines.
Oh!
It's cute. Sola Tarobo? I've never heard of that. I'm looking it up. Very different art style. Also anthropomorphic characters. Nintendo DS game. Yeah, this is like one of the most Nintendo DS things I've ever seen. I don't like this as much on first glance. Oh, except I do like that blonde dog girl lady in the white. She looks like Tori.
Oh shit!
It's like a dog anthro Tori.
And if they explode, bonus points.
She's like a scientist. She looks like a scientist. I like the look of her. Interesting. I'll have to peep a little closer. Also my jam. You might be right. You might be right.
Man. Sorry, I'm just thinking about the fact that the end of days is coming again. Fuck.
The end of days is coming again?
Well, no, the end of days is coming, you know, but I'm thinking about it again.
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know about no end of days.
You fucking... I would float over there and kick your ass if I
Nothing
could.
bad's gonna happen. It's just gonna be like 7 episodes and then roll credits. Like, it's just gonna be very normal 7 episodes where nothing bad happens. And
this is what I have to put up with all the time. You guys don't see this, but like he's just like, yeah, everything's gonna be totally okay, totally fine, and I'm sitting here like I can hear you smiling, you bastard. I know that you're gonna fucking you're gonna do some fucked up shit.
No fucked up.
Yeah, okay, I believe you.
No, but I do have some really fucked up shit that's already done though.
Oh, great! Awesome! That's wonderful news. I'm so excited and so happy. Yay!
I'm very excited.
God, I hate you.
I have to make sure that it is well understood by everyone that I haven't had a lot of time to really talk about this live on stream, right? But there are a great many things about the plot of Hunt for the Starry Sky that were not originally planned. They were not in the original script, of course, because it's a D&D campaign where I didn't script every minute of it. A lot of it was, you know, what the players decided to do, angling the story in a way that I did not prepare for, and really adjusting the trajectory of the story in ways that I never anticipated for. One of the biggest prime examples of that is the fact that Varnamir. That's it. That's the end of the sentence.
Yep, Varnamir. Yep.
The fact that Varnamir.
Yep.
Because. Yep. Man, that character was introduced somewhere in the realm of like episode 55 to 60, and maybe no earlier than that. Varnamir was introduced after you guys met Flower, and then you went to go. The Elder Dragon Observation Team asked the Starry Seven to go up to the mountains to protect the Kushala from getting killed by the Nergigante, and then Akui ambushed you.
Yeah, and Akui showed up and fucking shot us down.
Shot you down. You crash landed, and then Varnamir rescued you from the airship crash, and that was when you first met Varnamir. It was about 10 episodes later where Varnamir was revealed to be a bad guy. And the supplicants became a thing in the plot. But in the original script, the way that I wrote Varnamir was that Varnamir / Dionia were a false antagonist. He was supposed to be the BBEG in name only. He considered himself the main antagonist and the chosen one by Miraboreus, who was going to defeat you guys and be your final villain. But it was meant to be revealed that he was a total chump. He was a red herring. He was not actually Miraboreus' chosen, and Miraboreus was going to turn on him and destroy him and reveal her true plans, right? But you guys fucking liked him. You guys liked Varnamir. Fluffles, Heenan liked Dionia and kept wanting to be his friend. Every time he was on the screen, she was trying to engage him in conversation and turn him to the side of being friends. And for a while, I stayed the course, and I was like, he is never going to be her friend. But it was almost like I could see the puppy dog eyes from Fluffles, where like, if I don't throw her a bone, she'll never be satisfied. So I started trickling like little breadcrumbs of like, maybe there's some humanity to this guy in there somewhere, and noticed very quickly that was what she cared the most about. She cared about those breadcrumbs, and she remembered those breadcrumbs. Every time he showed up again, she would bring up the thing that she learned about him that was like humanizing, and I was like, okay, fine, he's humanized. He is. You can redeem him. Fine, you can have it.
The longest con ever, bro. Like, genuinely. Shoutouts to Heenan Go. Like, that is some next level shit.
And meanwhile, right, the character of Aodai, who was like the first antagonist in the show from episode 1, in the first arc of the show, first 10 episodes of the show, Aodai was the antagonist. I wrote him in the script initially. This guy will be redeemed. This guy will be their friend eventually. That's what I want. He's a charismatic, fun villain who's not going to do any serious war crimes so that he is redeemable. And the first few times you guys had a chance to redeem him, you were not having it. You were not interested. You did not want to be his friend. Claw was the first person to be like, I don't really hate that guy. He's kind of like okay. And then like everybody started coming around to Aodai. But before that, when you guys met him, you were like, no, I don't trust this guy. I don't like this guy. He's a villain. He's going to trick us. He's going to hurt us.
I think the funniest part about that, right, is the very first time that I think Gen actually met Aodai was when he was flying off to try and get help for everybody after the Akui shit. And then Aodai was like, hey. And then Gen's like, oh, who are you? And then he's like, oh, yeah, this guy said he's your friend. And then that's when Fluffles was like, and Gen was like, uh-oh.
That was, that was Sheena. That was with the Valstrax.
That's right. It was that was the first time I think that Gen met Aodai.
Yeah, because
and it was when he saw the vibes of everybody else, he was like, oh, we don't like this guy. Oh, okay.
Yes, because he showed up there with his baby Gormagala
to feed it, and that was bad. Everybody was like, no, we don't want that to happen. But when you guys were in trouble, he just helped you. And everybody was like, okay, what's the catch? And he was like, no catch. I'm not going to hurt you. I am just here to help you. You need help. I don't want to harm you. Don't get in my way feeding my Gormagala, by the way, but I'm not here to hurt you. And nobody wanted his help. Yeah, but I think one of my favorite relationships turned out to be like Genzai and Aodai being nerds together. I had so much fun with that.
I'm glad everybody came around to Aodai eventually, because he was like my pet villain. Like, I really wanted him to become a good guy.
I love, like, every time he was on screen, I was like, oh boy, Star gets to be a smarmy fucker for a while. I love this. Very fun. Love every second of this.
I loved Aodai.
Aodai, yeah, that was my goat. That was my science buddy, bro.
Goat character.
I loved him.
What was your question, Jack? There are no stupid questions. You know what? There are stupid questions, but
there are stupid questions, but it's very unlikely.
Not for my audience, though. My audience are all smart, intellectual, intelligent people. Named your sacred after him. I named my sacred flower.
We love Aodai in this house. Rest in peace, the goat.
You know, we never talked about what happened to the sacreds we had in the Forbidden Lands.
Yeah, that's true. We didn't really
eventually
chat about that.
I wrote like stat blocks for them and like abilities for them for traversal, and we never used them, so I just kind of forgot about them. Why did Merrick stop playing? Oh, I don't know how much I should talk about that on stream, because here's the thing. I very much like Merrick. Merrick is my friend. I don't want to say anything unkind about Merrick at all. I didn't actually say why Merrick stopped playing when he was no longer on the show. All I said was that, you know, I just acknowledged like he's no longer on the show, and we're not gonna dive into it. I will divulge that I asked Merrick to leave the show. It was not that Merrick couldn't continue, and it was not that he didn't want to continue. I was placed in an unfortunate position where I had to ask him to leave the show. And also, to be very clear about my good friend Merrick, he did not do anything like actually problematic on like a level of disassociation. It wasn't because I could no longer associate with him in public or anything like that. Merrick's a good dude, and I don't believe that he would ever do anything or say anything or hold any views or anything like that that would push me to that. It was purely like we'll call it professional. We'll say that it was a professional thing.
That's a good way to. I think it's a good way to describe it. Yeah.
But I have no hard feelings against Merrick. Love the guy. He's my buddy still.
Yeah. Question answered.
I've tried to be respectful of that relationship by not like bringing him up or you know, like using his character in my content and stuff. And it's not because I'm trying to scrub his dissipation. It's because I'm trying to be respectful of not, you know, I don't want to use in my content things that came from his imagination because I find that to be disrespectful. So like even like his role play or like his jokes in the show or anything, I've decided not to make shorts out of those, even though he's funny as fuck and he made some of the best jokes in the beginning of the show for sure. But I'm not going to propagate them because it's, in my opinion, it's like it's his content, not mine.
Yeah.
Because he's no longer part of the show. No, that's okay, Jack. I understand wanting to know that.
No, I mean, yeah, like you were curious and you just wanted to know. Like, there's nothing wrong with curiosity, like at all. You know.
The genuine main reason I don't want to talk that much about it is out of respect for Merrick because I like him. That's it. Any fucking way. The cast for Campaign 2 is going to change a little bit. I don't want to say too much more about that, but I have already extended an invitation to a new person. And as far as I'm aware, there is one cast member that's going to be stepping down. But I'm thinking about maybe trying to fill the 6th seat. But I'm not sure how yet. I'm considering it. I'm not sure if I want to go back to 6 people, but maybe.
I mean, it has been 5 for a long time.
It has. It has. The thing is that it frightens me to think about adding another person in combat right now because you guys are level 20 and the combats are fucking complicated, but going back to level 1, it wouldn't be too difficult. It wouldn't be difficult.
Well, yeah, because then it's just gonna be like, roll your dice, did you hit? Not, okay, now I'm going to do this, and then this, and then this, and then this, and then this.
Yeah. It's unfortunate that D&D gets so bogged down when you get strong and have a lot of options. Because I really want the players to feel powerful and get to do a lot on their turns, but it is like unmanageable. It's hard. Unless you have players that are like very experienced and know exactly what they're gonna do, which I would say like you are, Pomp, and I think Kohaku is quite good at that. I think Chim is quite good at that. Daiji and Hayden require a little bit of extra coaching, but they've definitely they've made so many leaps and bounds.
Oh my god, yeah, dude. Compared to I remember back when I first joined, I look at how everybody was when I first joined versus now, and I'm like, Jesus Christ, it's night and day. Like, look at you guys. I'm so happy and proud of you guys. It's so awesome.
Yeah. Great, it's great. And Daiji developed such a love for tabletop gaming.
Yeah.
From Starry Sky, which warms my heart like nothing else. I love that so much.
Yeah.
Daiji produces more tabletop gaming content than I do now. And he's now helping me set up more content.
He's the GOAT. He is the GOAT, Mr. Kubo.
I can divulge something that I'm going to be doing with Campaign 2 is I'm going to stream my prep for Campaign 2.
Ooh.
Daiji's helping me set that up because he streams his prep for Poké Tabletop. And
that's true, he does, yeah.
Yeah, so he's helping me with setting that up. So I have like some overlay stuff in the works for that. I'm gonna try to like be more present than before, and of course I hired Steel, who's been making shorts for Starry Sky, which are incredible. Steel is like so
he does damn good work.
So good at the editing. Like I was introduced to Steel, who's been editing the shorts, if you've seen the shorts, and I was introduced to Steel by seeing the content that Steel edited for Pump, and I thought that was good. I was like, this is really good. Please ask Steel if he would like to edit for me. And not to disparage your content, Pump, but when Steel sent me back the first short that he did, I was even more impressed. Like there's much more that he did for my shorts than he's done for you, and I was already impressed.
Oh yeah, no, I will say this until my dying breath. Like, Steel does some fucking amazing work, and I noticed it the more he started to like when you compare that first Resident Evil video to the most recent Resident Evil video, and even the shorts, like, he was just building up steam as he worked. Like, he only got better as time went on. You know what I mean? Like, the shackles were released, and he just got better and better and better. And so that's why I was like, absolutely fucking go work with Star.
No, so the prep streams are not going to be restricted. You know, the players are going to be permitted to view or interact, because the way that this category of streaming works is that none of the work that I'm doing is actually going to be on the stream. It's going to be like this, like a just chatting format, but I have a better overlay, like an actual real just chatting overlay, and not this stupid Scrungus Chungus thing that I put together.
I like it. It's neat.
I have a real overlay in the works for that, and I'll have like a task list and like my timer and stuff for getting work done. And I'm gonna be just chatting, and I'm not going to divulge what I'm working on in specifics, and I'll just like chat with you guys, and we'll like listen to music and just hang out while I'm working. And you guys can
it's like a hang out and work stream.
Yeah.
Lo-fi beats to chill and write D&D to.
Yeah, exactly. That's the plan. I'm gonna do that. Among other things, I'm thinking about some YouTube comment. I scripted today a video essay about a fucking chud VTuber that posted something that I hated on Twitter today.
Oh.
I don't know if I'm actually gonna do it. I was thinking about asking Steel, hey Steel, if I just record this script, can you just make a video out of it? And maybe he can. I don't know. I don't know if I want to dive into the world of like, it's like semi-political, right? I don't know if I really want to dive into that world. I have a lot of thoughts and opinions on these things related to like social politics. Not so much like politics, but like, you know, social justice type stuff.
Like drama and stuff like that.
Not drama. Listen, I don't like drama. I'm not getting involved in drama. I suppose necessarily it is drama, right? But like,
yeah.
essentially what happened is that some large YouTuber. Do you know the VTuber Kofefe?
I believe I've heard the name.
I've never seen her content. Like, she does content on not OnlyFans, the other one, the one that's like OnlyFans.
Oh, okay.
She does like, you know, Gooner content. And at the risk of not sounding insecure, I'll gladly admit to being a bit of a Gooner. I mean, like, who isn't, right? So like, I'm just saying, like, her content, I've never consumed it. I don't know it. I don't know anything about it. But in any case, I did see that she posted that she got an award from the platform that she makes content on for like being in their like top 1% or something. And this other VTuber called her, did I say it? Called her a name I don't like.
Oh, that's not a good look.
And after this VTuber did that, they received some backlash for it, and their response to it was to say, "Oh, I was just making an observation. It wasn't an insult. It's just true. Like it's just literally like the definition of what they are." The word used was, I'll just say it. The word used was whore. And so of course their defense of the use of this word was like, "Oh, it's just like that's what it is. Like they're doing sex work, so they're a whore." And listen to me. The people on this side, on that side of the aisle that say things like that know exactly what they are doing, okay? The internet and Twitter and shit is so full of there's a word I want to say that I know you're not allowed to say on Twitch, so I'm not going to say it. But men who hate women, okay?
Yes.
And they use that word. When I scroll Twitter and I see any content related to like sex work, as it relates to like OnlyFans and stuff, I see that word all over, and it is used in the most vitriolic and misogynistic way. And that word historically is so misogynistic and so hateful. And by the way, very sex negative, which I am very against. I'm very anti, like I think sex positivity is like good for humanity, right? I think like being a pearl clutcher and being sex negative is very bad for like everyone. But to say that word in front of your audience, I think they have like 30K followers. Of people, of men who are gonna have that response, and they're gonna rally behind you saying that and legitimizing them, and then you receive some backlash, so you retreat behind like, "Oh, I didn't mean it in a derogatory way." Like, what are you talking about? You know what you did. You know you did this.
I'm of the same opinion that people who say things like that and then go, "But it was just a joke, guys." I'm like, go and fuck yourself. Just go on.
That
fuck
is called
yourself.
grifting, and it is bad faith. Bad faith being like, you know, you knew what you were doing, and now you're trying to gaslight me into believing that you didn't know what you were doing.
Yeah, which is a lie. It's just a lie.
It's grifting.
You know?
It's bad faith. Like I obviously know. Like I know that you know what you did. And here's the thing, if you are genuinely trying to make the case that you didn't know what you were doing, then there are only two options. A, you did know what you were doing, and you are a grifting misogynist, or B, you are a fucking idiot. You are a moron. You're the stupidest person who's ever lived, and that's not me saying that, that's you saying that, by saying, I didn't know what I was doing. Okay, you're that fucking stupid? You expect me to believe you are so stupid that you said that word and you had no idea what the repercussions of that were, or what the historical, social context of that word is? Give me a fucking break. You know what you did. Fuck off.
Yeah, exactly. When you use any word, right? Not just the word, but like when you use any word in a non-derogatory way, people know, right?
Yeah, I would say so.
And people can tell when you are
not
when you are using
right.
it in
you
a derogatory way.
It. Right. Like, if one of my friends, like, if you called me a whore, I would not be offended by that. I would not be upset by that. That would not hurt my feelings. You can use that word in a way that's not derogatory.
Exactly.
But for someone to say it of someone who is doing sex work in an environment where you have 30,000 followers who are all misogynists, who are gonna love hearing you say that word, and they're really gonna run with it, and they did, you know what you were doing. Don't try to gaslight me. I know.
Yep.
You
can't just eto your way out of this one. I'm sorry.
You knew what you were doing. Fuck off.
You cannot. You simply cannot. You cannot poke your little fingers together and go, I'm just a little guy, though. No, you can't.
Oh, people apparently thought this was upsetting. Yeah, people apparently thought it was upsetting.
Apparently,
no. What you did was upsetting. What you did was offensive. You fucking idiot. You moron.
People just can't take accountability these days for shit, and it's frustrating.
That's not even it, though. That's not it. It's not that they can't. It's not that this person can't take accountability for it. It's that they are grifting. They are intentionally doing it, and then using it was just a definition thing as their fallback to deny responsibility for it. They're not unable to take responsibility for it. They are childishly and cowardishly evading responsibility for what they did.
Take fucking crow with the fucking head to flick. You need to get me.
I don't talk about shit like this in any of my content ever, but yeah, I do think about.
Listen, you can't help it when people are pieces of shit. You have to rightfully call them out for it, otherwise nothing gets done about it. And most times nothing will get done about it. But you know what? It makes us feel better to call out people who are pieces of shit.
I can tell you, I'll bare my soul to you a little bit. In the early 2010s, I fell down the pipeline. Down that pipeline, the bad place.
Oh dear.
And I was there for a year or two. And when the big like when Gamergate happened, like all that shit, I got. I fell into it.
Oh no.
I drank the Kool-Aid. And thankfully, before it was too late, I was pulled out because truthfully, I never actually held any bigoted beliefs. Never in my heart was I ever a bigoted person. But I allowed myself to be influenced into, I don't know if I ever actually said anything truly bigoted, but I definitely threw my hat in that ring, right? And I did get brought back. I got pulled out of it. And I'll fully admit to I swung the complete opposite way on the spectrum. I flew all the way down the social justice rabbit hole. And I'm proud to be there. I look back on that time of my life with regret. I regret that period and the things that I believed and said. And I'm penitent for them, and I take responsibility for them. And today I say I'm proud of the person that I became, and overcame that, and I still have a ways to go and a lot to learn too. The way that I tend to phrase things is that I am, A, I am white. B, I am AMAB, and not I'm not particularly interested in labeling my gender identity, I guess. I would probably say if I was really pressed, I would say you could use they them pronouns for me if you want to, but I don't actually really care that much. And I'm definitely straight presenting. So that is to say socially I'm very privileged because anybody that meets me on the street, I tick all the boxes for privilege. Even though it might be more complicated than that. So because of that, I try to use my voice in a humble sort of way because I don't have the lived experience of a lot of discrimination.
Yeah, exactly.
So I want to be an ally, and I want to learn where I can. So I do my best And
God,
I'm sure to make
imagine
mistakes.
I was gonna say, imagine that. Stargazer Zero when it's a good person. Holy fuck, whoever could have seen this coming?
Well,
my goodness.
You said it, not me. I don't know. I think I have a lot to learn.
I think you're a good person, motherfucker. God damn it. Listen, I will float over and kick your ass, so help me God.
I just say these are complicated topics, and there's always more to learn.
Woke is
018. I'm okay with being woke. I'm okay with that.
Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah, dude.
I don't think that's a bad thing to be. Cosplayer took a pic holding up 3 pistachio nuts at Combo Breaker, and Reddit hated that she was doing and posting ads for a product so freely. When it's just a thing, if you actually went to the event, you'd know. It was like a joke kind of thing. Wait, who cares?
The internet. It's full of
3 pistachio nuts. I hated that she was doing.
There's a vocal majority of people that are just stupid on purpose.
Well, ads.
Yeah, I'll always say the difference between. I have a quote that I always use, is stupidity and ignorance, right? Stupidity is unwilling, ignorance is willing. People can be stupid and go, oh shit, I didn't know. But people can be ignorant, fully cognizant of that. You know what I mean? I
get what you're saying, but I think it's important not to devalue the term willful ignorance.
True, that's true. I think a big difference between stupidity and ignorance is yourself. You know what I mean? Again, willful ignorance. There are people that choose to be willfully ignorant, and those people upset me. You can tell when someone is being stupid, and you can tell when someone is being ignorant. There's a clear divide between the two. You know?
Yeah. I definitely agree with that. There are lots of people like the VTuber we were just talking about that exercise willful ignorance, where it's a topic that that if they engaged their brain and they were being honest and good faith with you, that they would not espouse or hold the views that they are claiming to. Yeah,
yeah. Get out of here, bot! Get out of here! Wow, that was kind of weirdly on topic with the discussion, huh?
How about for a moment and there's a lot of political interest around pistachios. What is up with that? It's interesting because for the last 2 days, on my lunch break at work, it's been too hot for me to want to spend very much time outside. And normally I walk somewhere to get myself some lunch, but I've been going to the Konbini next to my job and buying pistachios and eating pistachios for lunch. So interesting you say that. I don't know why. Because I've been trying to eat healthier. So while I was walking around the Konbini, I was like, what snack could I get that would not be cheating? And I was like, you know what? Nuts. Nuts or seeds would probably be a good idea, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's fair. I am not a nut guy. I don't like nuts. They don't taste nice, and the crunch and the texture, I'm just like, ugh,
interesting.
No.
I do like nuts. And I'm somebody that I'm an extremely picky eater. Actually, improving my diet has been a tremendous challenge for me for that reason.
Oh yeah.
But I'm doing my best. Should I tell Chad about why I've been doing that?
I mean, that's up to you, brother. You know what I mean?
I'm not gonna go too deep into it, but I had some circumstances in my life change over the last year or so that motivated me to make some changes in my behaviors regarding my health and stuff. Those circumstances changed again very recently, so I am attempting to maintain momentum on the positive choices that I made in spite of things changing, but I don't want to go too deep into it, again, out of respect for another involved party. Yeah, anyway.
I mean, listen, you just gotta focus on the good shit, man. You know what I mean? You're making positive yeah, exactly. You're making positive strides. You're doing better than me. I'm being a lazy asshole. I really need to start trying to get in the fucking ship again.
I'm doing my best. I'm trying.
And that's all. Listen, sometimes that's all it takes, brother.
I had to I canceled Starry Sky a couple of weeks ago because of this topic that we're talking about. Just I was in an emotionally compromised state for a couple of days. But I'm okay. I'm good. I'm good. And I've had people to talk to and people to help me get through it. So we're good. We're good. And we're not coping either. We're just good. We're just straight up good.
Yeah. Yeah. Listen, we're past the coping stage.
I've been through a lot of situations in my life where I've said I'm good and I'm just coping and I'm not good, but I know that I'm good this time. I know that I am.
Hell yeah, Jack. Go hit that gym. Get strong.
Go to the gym.
Get strong.
I'm scared of the gym, so I've been lifting weights at home.
Yeah, I am also a feared of gyms, so I would rather work out at home.
Oh, is that what it is with pistachios? I see. I did not know that, actually. I did not know that. And that does add some context.
You learn something new every day.
Don't know if I would go that deep into it and criminalize the pistachios, but I get it. I get it. I actually heard today, I did not know this, that a prominent actor on a show that I watched is I don't really want to talk about this topic, but
I think, you know what? I think I can infer what you're talking about. I think I can infer. I think I might know what you're about to talk about, and yeah, oof.
Yeah, I don't want to say that much about it because it's pretty dark, but I was actually really shocked when I read it, and I was like, wow, just wow, because that guy did not. The character that he plays made me like really hope for that actor to be like a really chill person, you know?
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
It was a heinous read. It was a really heinous read.
That was an unblockable mix-up.
So I guess Crow, if you want to know, like, if you want to do some research into it and find out for yourself, I'll tell you the show. It's from The Boys.
Yeah. Okay. So my read was indeed correct. Okay.
Yeah,
Fuck.
There's a prominent actor in The Boys. If you look it up, like look up actor controversy The Boys, you'll see it. It's pretty bad. It's pretty bad.
Wow, that bot got banned. Wow, that was fast.
Something else that happened related to The Voice today, though, is that I clicked a video of an interview with Karl Urban, who plays Butcher.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna be honest with you. I have seen so many movies that he's in, and had no fucking idea that it was him. So, dude, that guy's face is changed by his beard. I'm telling you, like,
it's crazy.
Putting a beard and wrinkles on that guy's face creates a different person immediately.
No, genuinely, like, he's been in so much stuff, and he just melts into whatever he's doing.
Oh my
it's crazy.
God, dude. Like, so when he was doing that interview, they were playing clips of his other movies, and I was like, no way, wait a minute, I've seen this. That's him? That's Butcher?
Yep.
Like Lord of the Rings?
Yep, Lord of the Rings, so fucking Thor.
Thor, yeah.
He was in fucking Judge Dredd.
Yeah.
Star Trek.
Yeah. All of those things. I was like, oh my God, I've seen all of these things, and I didn't know that was Butcher.
Yep.
Fucking diabolical, mate.
Fucking diabolical.
My opinion on the end of that show was it was not great. However, I think that entire show was not great. I think it was, like, good at best. It was, like, only great a little bit. But I will say that the character Butcher, portrayed by Karl Urban, was the best part of that show. And carried it for at least 3 seasons. And I just wanted to see more of him on the screen, for sure.
Yeah.
I know people really love Homelander. I never cared for that character. I know, like, his performance is good, but...
oh no, his performance, like, Anthony Starr, like, that man deserves an award for how he played Homelander in that entire series.
I had to look up
Jesus
today.
Christ.
I had to look up today if Anthony Starr is related to Ben Starr, because...
No.
Yeah, they're
it's spelled, yeah.
Yeah, they're not related, but, when I heard Anthony Starr speaking out of character, like he's not American. He has I think he's Australian or.
He's I believe he's a New Zealander.
But when I heard him talk, I was like, wait a minute, is he British? Wait a minute. Is he related to Ben Starr? Wait. Ben Starr's the GOAT.
Oh my god, Ben Starr.
Love Ben Starr. Oh, that's not his real name?
Love that.
I didn't know that.
Really? What
I love Ben Starr. Everything I've heard Ben Starr in, and that's probably only like 3 things, but
that's my GOAT. That's my GOAT, Clive.
Yeah, definitely. Sometimes, like, I love when a new voice actor comes onto the scene like Ben Starr. Like, I'd never really heard him in anything before, and then I played Final Fantasy 16, and like immediately I was like, this guy is the goated talent. Holy shit, this guy is an incredible voice actor.
Listen, Final Fantasy 16 holds a very special place in my heart. I started playing that game shortly after my grandfather passed away, and it actually helped me get through that period.
Cool.
Yeah, so, like, Final Fantasy 16 is, like, it's up there with 7, man. Like, it's goated. Like, I genuinely love Final Fantasy 16 with all of my heart.
I think I gave that game an 8 out of 10. I think in terms of, like, presentation and story and, like, the set pieces and stuff, it is, like, an 11 out of 10 game. Like,
oh my god!
Like, the story is extremely good, the performances are extremely good, the set pieces and, like, lore and journey are just peak JRPG shit. But
yeah, genuinely couldn't put it down the entire time I played it. I was like, I have to keep going. I must know how this goes. I cannot stop.
I very much found the gameplay to be confused about whether it wanted to be Devil May Cry or a Final Fantasy RPG. And I didn't think that it succeeded.
Yeah.
It did not succeed at blending those two.
Yeah,
ideas.
But I mean, like, it's not bad gameplay, but it does get kind of repetitive. Like, that's my biggest gripe about the gameplay, is it gets quite repetitive after a while. But
yeah, it's not bad, but it also was never great.
I will say, if they had a bit more time to cook on that combat system, though, oh god,
my opinion on
diabolical.
My opinion on Unicorn Overlord is exactly the opposite, where I think the gameplay in Unicorn Overlord is 11 out of 10. Best shit I've ever played in my life. But, like, the lore and story was like, That's the one thing that, like, Fire Emblem definitely has on it, is, like, Fire Emblem is written better characters, better story. I'm more invested in the setting in the world. But Unicorn Overlord, if you put a gun to my head and said, gameplay-wise, Fire Emblem or Unicorn Overlord, I'm saying Unicorn Overlord. But you might get pretty close to pulling that trigger before I have to say
it. Yeah, definitely get like you're like.
like peak Fire Emblem is like close. It's really close. Like I could take either one, but I've played a lot of pretty bad Fire Emblem too. So what pulls 16 back is that Business Division 3 is obsessed with streamlining gameplay so casuals can enjoy it. I don't know that much about the like idea of the studio like pulling back on purpose for that reason. I suppose I am willing to believe you on that because a lot of series and games are doing stuff like that, but my criticisms aren't about it being like easy or casual or anything.
No,
did the game
it's
challenge
like you
me?
Like you can see, like if you look at it, you're like, this could go a little bit harder, and if it did, it would be fucking goated, but it just doesn't quite get there. It just doesn't quite get there. You know what I mean?
I think like the first cracks showed for me when Clive didn't really have very many like moves.
Yeah,
like his sword attacks.
Yeah, his base moveset. Yeah, I feel like if he had a couple more combos, then it could have been a little bit spicier, you know?
Really missing something there. Something there.
That being said, the first chance I got to get Stinger, I was like, give me that shit right away.
Berengaria was not one of my favorite characters in the game, but I understand it, I respect it, and I have other friends that like Unicorn Overlord, and they like Berengaria a lot. They were like waiting for me to get Berengaria, and I was like, yeah, she's fine, I guess. Not really my favorite, but alright.
Berengaria doesn't have a dragon, dude.
True. That's true. I actually did not end up marrying Hilda, though.
Wow.
I did not.
Damn.
Hilda was the first character that was a contender for me for marriage, and then it was Eltalinda, the elf queen. I'm like, she's cute too. But then I'm a furry, unfortunately. I met Dinah, and I was like, damn. She was the most fun unit to use in combat, to where she like dominated the rest of my playthrough in terms of gameplay. Unfortunately, so like I did the like relationship conversations with her, and I thought they were actually really boring and not cute or romantic at all. I went forward with marrying her, and I regretted it. I was like, that was not cute. That was not romantic. But yeah, I wouldn't do it again. On replay, I would not marry that character again.
Yeah, it's back to the coin flip.
I'd probably do Eltalinda next time, the elf lady.
Fair.
She's very cute.
16 could straight up play like DMC and casuals will have no issue. I don't know. I've seen some pretty bad gameplay of DMC, and I've seen people complain about it, especially 5, and I'm like,
My opinion, quite strongly, is that Devil May Cry is, I'm going to use the phrase unnecessarily complicated, and what I mean by that is that it is extremely fucking complicated if you have the mind for it and want to plumb the depths of it, but you don't have to enjoy the game.
No, it's true. It's true. Like, I can't do half of the crazy shit that the people that are good at those games can do. But the stuff that I can do, I'm pretty happy with. I'm like, I got a little bit of sauce.
That's how I feel too. So my opinion is, like, when I look at like the true depth of the mechanics in Devil May Cry 6, I'm like, or 5, I'm like, bro, that's too much. They put too much in this game. But I don't have to do it, so it's okay.
Yeah.
I don't think Final Fantasy 16 had any necessity to go that far. I just think
I wouldn't say it needed to go quite on the level of DMC complicated, but you know, a little bit more complication here and there wouldn't hurt.
A little more.
Yeah, like I said, it's just a little bit.
In terms of like character action combat, in terms of complexity, I would give it like a 5 out of 10, and it could have stood to be like a 7, where DMC is a 10.
Oh yeah, no, DMC is an easy 10. Like without even a sweat, it's an easy 10. God, I fucking love Devil May Cry.
Like DMC 4 is like a 10.5, and DMC 5 is 10. Because I think DMC 4 is harder than DMC 5.
Oh my god, yeah, like, what? If you watch a single Donguri video on DMC 4, you're just like, how did you figure this out? Yeah, first of all.
Yeah. The biggest thing that happened to me with DMC 5 is after I beat the game, and dude, okay, I had this moment where in the story, I'm gonna spoil Devil May Cry 5, by the way, right now, in 3, 2, 1. In the story, when Nero activates Devil Trigger at the end, it hit me all at once that Nero did not have Devil Trigger for this entire fucking game. I was like, wait a second, how much did they just add to Nero's kit at the end of the game? And then when I saw like the like punches you can add, and then like now Devilbringer has its own button and is always active, I was like, no fucking way. They took a character that already had a complete kit and added another entire fucking kit to this character.
Yup.
Holy shit, dude, that's crazy.
I remember when the game was like, oh hey, by the way, now the Bringer's back. I popped the fuck off. I was like, you're telling me I can suplex bitches again? Let's go!
Wild. I got used to Nero not having it, and I just completely forgot that he was missing it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, to be fair, they do give you a breaker that is the Buster, you know, like it is. But you know, the caveat is that if you get hit while doing it, it breaks. So it's like,
Oh, I've seen this character, Pulchra from Zenless Zone Zero. Yeah, she's cute.
Listen, I'm just saying, the nanosecond they announced the Virgil DLC, I was on that shit so fast. Fast.
I was playing it day one. I streamed it.
God, listen, man. Bury the light. Mwah.
I beat the game on Dante Must Die with Virgil. On stream.
So how about that Dante boss fight, huh?
Yep. Yeah.
Jesus Christ!
It took me a while. I think I spent probably maybe like an hour on it. I had a harder time with Urizen than Dante, but
You know what? I can see that. Because Urizen is a tricky bitch. The thing about Dante, though, is that the devs were watching everyone just shit blast Virgil as Dante, and they were just taking notes. They were taking notes the whole time.
The thing that made Urizen harder for me is that Urizen is not as mobile and doesn't reset to neutral the way that Dante does. So like, when you're fighting Dante and you have an exchange with him and then you reset to neutral, I have a chance to like cool my brain down, assess the situation, and react to the next situation.
Yes. Unless he shouts Royal Guard.
With Urizen, that dude is like always a giant hurt box, so I am just like aggressive all the time. I just want to do damage, and I was like getting hit by stupid shit all the time that I shouldn't be getting hit by.
Remember when I figured out that you could error Judgment Cut multiple times in a row on just for him. The first time I hit that 1, 2, 3 jackpot in midair, I was like, oh! It's like, this is the greatest feeling in the world.
Don't like how Rebirth handled the story. I mostly disagree with that. Maybe not 100%. Combat in remakes gives you options and mechanics to actually use. Agree. Different direction to what 16 did. The remakes are doing fine. I think 16 needs more mechanical plus. Yeah, I agree with that. I think the gameplay, I would say Final Fantasy VII Rebirth is the best action RPG of all time. Gameplay.
Because it's Kingdom Hearts 2, but better.
Right. And no. It's a side grade to Kingdom Hearts 2.
Yeah, no. Actually, I just realized I spoke sacrilege. I could never, ever.
You forgot that drive forms exist.
No, you're right. You're right. You're correct. No, like, Kingdom Hearts 2 is still the best. It is still the best. Like, nothing's topping that.
I could coin flip which one of those games I like better. Like story-wise, Kingdom Hearts 2 is better. Like I love the story and the characters and the setting of Kingdom Hearts 2 to death. It is like unimpeachable, untouchable.
Yep, but it's one of the greatest games ever made.
Final Fantasy VII Rebirth's combat, I thought was like, I felt like I was playing Kingdom Hearts 2 for a lot of it, and I thought in a lot of ways it's better, but it doesn't have drive forms.
It doesn't have drive forms. It does not have drive forms, and therefore it falls short of the mark. It falls short.
Drive forms
now, if they had drive forms, hang on.
If Cloud could like install and dual wield, then we'd have another.
Woo! God, Cloud with 2 Buster Swords. Oh my god.
Just the fusion sword from Advent Children.
Oh my god. Yeah, you're right. Nothing beats the finale of Kingdom Hearts 2 in terms of character action. I mean, you're so right. You're so right. That entire final boss fight is one of the greatest boss fights in video game history, and I will not be hearing any counter to this.
I might say that Kingdom Hearts 2 Xemnas is like top 3 contender for top 1 RPG antagonists.
Yes. Before they assassinated his character following that, but you know what? We're not gonna pay attention to that. We're not gonna pay attention to that.
You have to not pay attention to anything after Kingdom Hearts 2 regarding Xemnas, but Xemnas within Kingdom Hearts 2 is like a peak goated fucking antagonist. Like,
God.
His
with an amazing voice.
Yeah, the voice acting, all of his lines. Like, he is so fucking cool. Xemnas is my maybe 3rd favorite character in Kingdom Hearts, and that's only because I like Riku so much, and I know that I'm stupid for this. I acknowledge this is a very bad choice on my part, but I can't help it because he checks all of my boxes. Number 2 for me is Terra. Unfortunately, despite being maybe the worst character in Kingdom Hearts, all of the Stargazer Rule of Cool boxes are checked by Terra. I just love the guy.
I mean, especially when you factor in the Lingering Will buff.
Like the fact that he goes evil, it gets white hair, becomes edgy, it has darkness in him, and even though it's written horribly and it's acted horribly, I still again, if you turn your brain off and don't think about how it was written and just look at the checklist of things that make me like a character, Terra fits all of them.
No,
he's got the big sword keyblade.
Yeah. when it comes to me, my favorite character of all time is Roxas, and I will not. I will. Listen, Roxas, that's my fucking son. Okay, that is my son. I love Roxas. Damn, there is a reason.
You just made me. I think if I have to, God man, if I have to be really really honest about it, I have to say like number 1 for me is Riku, number 2 is probably Roxas, then Xemnas, then Terra.
Yeah. Listen, you have to be honest with yourself, Stargazer. You have to be.
And it's funny because when I was a kid, when I first played Kingdom Hearts 2, I didn't like Roxas, and it was because the complexity of the narrative was a little over my head when Kingdom Hearts 2 came out. So I really only saw Roxas as like a sad boy. And I was playing Kingdom Hearts, and I was like, I want to play Sora, the happy boy who gets into all these shenanigans, and like,
yeah, then Kingdom Hearts 2 happens, and you're like, oh.
And it's like, oh, this like sad guy. I don't like the sad guy. He's just sad. I don't like the sad guy. But like going back and playing it as like even as a young adult, not even like today, like as a young adult playing it again with like a little more media comprehension, I was like, no, wait, Roxas is like the best character in the story.
Yeah, no, genuinely. And then when you factor in like the story of 358 Days as well, you're just like, Jesus Christ! It's like, my God!
I've only played 358 Days once, and I remember not liking it when I played it.
Not gameplay wise, it was hot ass. It was hot ass. It was terrible. I will not defend the gameplay of 358 Days, even though
I know you disagree with one take that I have about 358 Days that upsets you.
Yeah, I know, and I know what it's gonna be, and I'm gonna disagree with you until the day I fucking die. But you know what? Go ahead, voice it.
You don't agree with this, and it upsets you. But I do not like Xion. I don't think Xion is a good character. Not a fan of that character at all.
Look, I think the problem is that Xion did not get more time.
I thought Xion had too much time. I thought Xion needed to get the fuck off the screen, to be honest with
you. I have accepted that we are just gonna have to disagree on that, and I have accepted it in my heart.
No, I'm not a fan of the concept of that character, but in any case,
in the words of Riku, I have accepted it.
I will say that despite not really liking that game as I played it, to this day I will never forget that fighting the final boss of that game and hearing Vector to the Heavens had a visceral emotional response for me. That song is so perfectly composed to hurt your feelings, and it did. It really hurt my fucking feelings, despite that it was about a character I did not like.
Bro, there are 2 songs in the Kingdom Hearts franchise that are immediate daggers to the heart. It's The Other Promise and fucking Vector to the Heavens. The minute you hear either of those, you're like, well, I guess I'm just gonna fucking cry then. Okay, cool. Thanks.
I would agree. My favorite track in all of Kingdom Hearts is, unsurprisingly, Darkness of the Unknown. That is the best track in Kingdom Hearts.
It is.
It is like one of the best pieces of music ever, period. However, you are correct. Both The Other Promise and Vector to the Heavens are also like S-tier Kingdom Hearts songs.
Yep. Yep. Yeah, like, bro, when you first get to that fight, when you play Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix, and you're just, it's like, right, fucking go. It's Roxas. Fight, and The Other Promise starts playing, you're like, oh.
God, I wish that was in the original version of the game that I played.
Yeah, I know. Why wasn't that in the original version? Fucking.
It's such a good thing to put there, and yeah, unfortunately, the original version of that scene is not good.
God,
I think that's all
I tell you. I tell you. When you get to that point in 358 Days at the end of the game, and he pulls out both the Keyblades, and they change into Oathkeeper and Oblivion, as much as that game kind of sucks, that moment just hits so good. It hits so good.
You don't think Kingdom Hearts 2 is a good action RPG?
Sorry, that's... I gotta say that's kind of an L tick. I'm just gonna say it.
Yeah, I'm trying to kind of wrap my head around that and think about, like, just consider it. Like, I think Kingdom Hearts 2 is one of the best video games ever. Like,
Days does have a really good manga adaptation. You are correct.
I struggle to think of like any genuine criticisms I have for Kingdom Hearts 2. I think it's like almost a perfect video game.
Yeah, no, I like. Obviously, there's a level of bias that like comes in for us, right? Because like we do love that game to death, but like objectively, like I couldn't like look at that and go, well, this is wrong and this is wrong and this doesn't work very well. I'm like, no, it all just kind of works really well.
There's no parts of that game I don't like playing, except maybe like the Pride Lands sections, but like they're so short.
Yeah, Pride Lands is kind of an L. Yeah. No, don't like Pride Lands. Pride Lands is kind of stinky. And I will kind of also say Port Royal kind of sucks a little bit too, because you just go into the same 3 places over and over again.
They're so short. The worlds are so short.
Yeah.
They don't overstay their welcome. You just kind of like get through it.
Yeah, because in the first game, you didn't really do quote-unquote second visits. You would beat the world and then that would be it, right?
I like the second
Whereas
visits,
in this... Yeah, no, the second visits, because then, like, you know, you get the Keyblade of the world, and then, you know, like, you get, like, other cool stuff. You don't have actual usable tools to use often. I would disagree with that, because of the ability system, because of, like, the stuff, like, as you go through the game, you earn more stuff, like, not retaliating slash, it's kind of stinky, horizontal slash, aerial sweep, aerial finish, magnet burst, flash step, fucking explosion. Like,
it's not a game. It's not a game of building Sora and making choices about how to build Sora. It's a game of leveling up Sora to reach his maximum potential. So like in terms of like RPG elements, I could see the argument being made that like it doesn't have the role-playing element of building Sora and playing Sora the way you want to. You just need to unlock all of the things that make Sora good throughout the game.
I would agree. Yeah, it's in that aspect, it does not. Like, the only really RPG part of it is picking what weapon at the start of the game, and that just kind of determines your loadout for that run.
But it's just so much fun to play. It's just so much fun to play. Like, I don't know. Like, how else can I put it? Like, everything you do in that game is fun.
Like, I think in my life, I think the game that I have collectively played the most is Kingdom Hearts 2. Like, genuinely, in my life, I have played Kingdom Hearts 2 so many times. I've speedrun that fucking game, for Christ's sake. And I don't speedrun video games, but I genuinely sat down and practiced and beat that game in under 5 hours, the fastest time I ever did it.
Can you guess what video game I've put the most hours into?
Is it BlazBlue?
No,
Monster Hunter.
Yes.
What am I talking about? Monster Hunter.
Yeah. You got it.
Yeah. I was like, wait a minute, no. What am I saying? It's Monster Hunter.
It is Monster Hunter. It's actually Monster Hunter 1, the original Monster Hunter.
I think we need to try and race in Kingdom Hearts 2 again. I think we were cheated out of that because the game crashed on you and you weren't saving.
Yeah, I mean, I know you're going to win, but it would have been a good time to do it back when I was 100%ing the games. Oh yeah, I guess I've never talked about that on stream. I 100%ed all the Kingdom Hearts games, like, when did I do that? In, like, the late summer of last year, like a year ago? Yeah, actually, I did not finish Birth by Sleep, but I came very close. I will go back and finish Birth by Sleep.
You know, and yeah, even that stinky-ass fucking Chain of Memories.
I love Chain of Memories.
I hate Chain of Memories.
Listen, I recommend Chain of Memories to everybody. I think everybody should play Chain of Memories. It's actually so good. You should open your mind and enjoy Chain of Memories. However, look, I will say I do not recommend anybody 100% that game.
No! God, no.
That was one of the worst gaming experiences of my fucking life. I would not wish that on my worst enemy. That was horrendous.
Look, I can understand why people like Chain of Memories. However, I have dumb, stupid caveman brain. I don't like it. I don't like the card-based combat. I do like it. I can't do it.
Chain of Memories is my third favorite Kingdom Hearts game. I like KH2, and then I like KH1, and then I like Chain of Memories.
Man, I tell you this, KH1 is still goated with the sauce. That game is still fucking great.
And I would rate Kingdom Hearts 2 in like S+ tier, and I would put KH1 and Chain of Memories in S tier.
Yeah, that is understandable and fair. I get it.
And I put Dream Drop Distance in F tier. That is the worst Kingdom Hearts game. I don't care what anybody says. It is worse than whatever game you think is worse. That is the worst Kingdom Hearts game.
It's pretty bad.
Oh my god, I hate Dream Drop Distance so much.
It's pretty fucking bad. Especially when that's when the real proper character assassination begins, and it's ridiculous.
It's story and gameplay. I just hate that game. I fucking hate that game so much. Birth by Sleep also really sucks. When I was a kid and I played Birth by Sleep for the first time, I thought it was goated. I loved Birth by Sleep the first time I played it.
Yep.
I've replayed it twice since, and it is horrible. It is horrible. It is definitely like a D tier game. It is bad.
How's that mysterious figure treating you?
Should I? I'll cop to this. I am going to cheat to 100% Birth by Sleep. I'm going to cheat. I am not beating that legitimately. And it's not because I can't, it's because I won't. I am not putting myself through that. I just am not going to do that.
It's a real shame that Mysterious Figure has a really fucking good boss theme.
True. Yes.
Like,
oh
god.
I have beaten Mysterious Figure as a boy. I did do like the mind strategy. I've beaten it before. I'm not
Mr.
doing
Sandman.
it. What's up? Welcome. I'm called 018. I didn't even say that at the beginning of the stream. I'm called 018. I'm a figment of fractal space-time. I'm here to help you navigate this untold cosmos you call a galaxy. Hey, I'm saying it now.
Hi, I'm Pompadour. Hi.
This is my good homie, Pomp with Circumstance. We love the homie. We're talking about Kingdom Hearts. We're talking about some of our favorite games.
God.
I will definitely... I don't even know what kind of cheats exist. I'm sure that I can probably get like a mod that will make me like invincible, and I will just cheat to beat Mysterious Figure. I just to get the achievement. I'm not playing those games. I will say something I did do while I was playing Birth by Sleep. I did get a mod called, it was like a gameplay improvement mod that all it did was it made things cancelable. Like it made every attack guard cancelable, which dramatically improved the gameplay of that game, I'll say.
Yeah, it's almost like that's a base feature of Kingdom Hearts 2.
Yeah, and it kind of functioned like the Budokai games where like you could reset your combos by guarding and shit. I did find one really broken thing that you could do with it though, and it was with Terra. If you use Sonic Blade, you could guard in the middle of Sonic Blade, and then when you attacked again, you would restart Sonic Blade, so you could just do it infinitely.
Oh, infinite Sonic Blade? Oh, that's dirty as fuck.
I learned it, and then I was like, okay, I'm not gonna do that though, because it's very broken.
Yeah, honor system, bro, honor system. It's like, I could be so much more powerful, but I will lock myself away.
A versus arena fighter with KH2's battle system. Interesting. Cool idea. Revenge of the Sith. I'm talking about Revenge of the Sith, huh? Revenge of the Sith.
Have you played the Revenge of the Sith game?
I have. I played it as a boy.
That game is also goated.
Good, yeah. Good game. Good game. I'm a fan of Revenge of the Sith. I like that movie.
Yeah, it's a good movie.
Wait, what was the take about Revenge of the Sith?
Birth by Sleep wanted to be Revenge of the Sith.
Oh, true. You're right. Correct. Yes.
Yeah.
Wait, which told the story better? Birth by Sleep or Revenge of the Sith?
Oh, Jesus.
They're both really bad.
Yeah, I don't think there's a correct answer here. I think they're just both terrible.
I think I have to give it to Birth by Sleep because, like, the setup was a little better in Birth by Sleep. A little better. Like Terra is written probably as badly as Anakin Skywalker. They're like on the same level.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Yeah.
I would say like Anakin Skywalker at the end of the day is a cooler character mythology-wise. Listen, Revenge of the Sith has like the best sword fight ever put to screen.
Oh my god.
Probably that will ever be put to screen.
Yeah.
Maybe in all of human history. I'm not sure if anything will ever top it. Okay, funny that you bring that up, Crow. I'm gonna tell the story of my Star Wars experience. As a boy, my dad, big Star Wars guy. I was born in 1992, and my dad, big Star Wars guy. When I was a kid growing up, we had the VHS tapes of the original trilogy in my house at all times. And I also had lots of friends who had parents and family members who loved Star Wars. So me and my childhood friends would re-watch the VHS tapes of the original trilogy all the time. I had seen Empire Strikes Back front to back 1 million fucking times. Loved it. When Phantom Menace came out, I have a memory of my dad taking me to the theater to see Phantom Menace. Unfortunately, I do not have a memory of how my dad reacted to Phantom Menace. I wish I did. I wish I remembered if my dad liked Phantom Menace when we saw it. I think if I asked him today, he would probably say he doesn't even remember it. But because I don't remember him being interested in Attack of the Clones when it came out, I think it killed his interest in Star Wars, honestly, Phantom Menace. But I saw Attack of the Clones when it came out, and then by the time Revenge of the Sith came out, I want to say I was 12 or 13 years old, I don't remember. But I was so fucking locked in and excited for Revenge of the Sith. Like, besides like Legend of Zelda Wind Waker, I can hardly think of something else in that time period of my life that I was more excited for than Revenge of the Sith. And during the lead up to it, I had the game. I played the PS2 game. And I had that book, the novelization. And I read that book front to back, cover to cover, before the movie came out. The week the movie came out. And I remember that my middle school English teacher that I had at the time was a big Star Wars head. And she was very excited for the movie. And she was one of those teachers that was not pleased that I wasn't paying attention in class. However, she liked that what I was doing by not paying attention was reading the Revenge of the Sith book because she liked Star Wars. So she, like, permitted it, and she was, like, okay with me not paying attention in class because I was reading the Star Wars book. And I also remember that I had a strict bedtime at that age of 9 p.m. But I remember one night going downstairs, knocking on my dad's door, and being like, "Dad, can I stay up later to read my Revenge of the Sith book? Because I really want to finish the book before the movie comes out." And he let me stay up late to read Revenge of the Sith. And I did finish the book before the movie came out. Yes, I am that mythical fan who read the book before the film came out. The biggest thing that I remember about that book is the recurring motif about Anakin Skywalker fighting a dragon inside him. Have you heard of that, Pomp?
No.
There's a persistent metaphor throughout the book for Anakin's darkness. It is portrayed as him battling a dragon inside him, which is so weird for Star Wars, right? So strange.
Yeah.
I just remember that it comes up so much in that book. Like there's lots of like inserts between chapters that are like pontificating about like a hero slaying a dragon and battling a dragon and like being consumed by it. And it's a metaphor for Anakin battling his inner darkness.
I will say this. One of the greatest things ever put to media was the Clone Wars series.
Yeah, I only watched that about maybe 4 years ago. And
it's some of the greatest Star Wars media to ever exist.
I watched it in the lead up to the final season coming out, which was also really good. My god, the ending to Clone Wars, that final episode is so good. Like one of the best pieces of Star Wars media, period.
God,
do dragons actually exist in Star Wars? Yes, but not like fantasy dragons, right? There are just creatures called dragons that are like reptiles. Yes, in the same way they do in real life, but there are no like fantasy dragons, I guess. Yeah, Krayt, isn't it Krayt dragons? Don't they fight one in The Mandalorian?
Doesn't Obi-Wan like fight? Doesn't he like ride on something kind of like that?
Lizard.
No, it is a lizard. Yeah, lizard. Makes weird noises.
Oh, that lizard had a name in the book. I can't remember what it was now.
Oh.
In the book, it had a name. It was like a goofy, wonky, funny pet name. I don't remember what it was.
Man.
Going through Clone Wars. Yeah, Clone Wars is quite good. There's a lot of like filler nonsense content in Clone Wars, but a cool thing about it is that the episodes are actually pretty short. They're only like 20 minutes apiece. Yeah. So when you get to one that's like a little more fillery, it doesn't overstay its welcome. It's like it's there and gone, right? Like you kind of start to think
like builds on relationships with the characters as well. So like it's not exactly like a bad thing to watch a filler episode because it's still an enjoyable watch.
Yeah, it does make you kind of wish that Anakin was portrayed better in the movies though, because the Clone Wars Anakin is like pretty.
Oh my god.
It's pretty good, but unfortunately, it's so different from Hayden Christensen's on-screen portrayal of Anakin that unfortunately they fail to connect and be the same character in my mind.
Yeah, which is unfortunate, but like you know, when you watch like Hayden Christensen come back, you can tell that he does take like elements
Oh my god.
of Clone Wars, and it's like, hey!
I'm not sure if I liked the Ahsoka TV show overall. I'm not sure if I would give it like a positive rating. However, that episode was so fucking good. Like, it hits just right. Seeing him back again, playing Anakin. The lightsaber turning red in that duel.
Oh.
Yeah, that was good. Holy moly, that was good.
And I'm glad that he's getting his flowers. He deserves it. He does. Seeing him come out on stage whenever he was like showing up again, and seeing everybody cheer for him, and seeing the smile on his face, and I was like, fucking good for you, man. You deserve this.
I'd like to see them find a way to use Hayden and Ewan McGregor more.
Yeah, because those two have an amazing chemistry on screen, dude. It's great.
They just need to... I don't know, I just want to see more content with them. I would really, really love to play a game like Jedi Fallen Order, but as Anakin, Obi-Wan, and Ahsoka in the Clone Wars.
Oh.
And like play as like all three of them, or like even do like a multiplayer like co-op adventure.
Oh my god, we would have to fight for control of Anakin, bro, I swear.
I'll play Ahsoka. I like Ahsoka. I'll play Ahsoka.
Fuck shit, you're well.
Actually,
I mean, like,
wait, what am I even saying? Obi-Wan is my favorite character in Star Wars. First of all,
and yeah, that's fair. That's fair. You know what?
I'll play as any of those. Those are the three best characters, and it is not a difficult choice. I'll play as any of them.
Yeah, you know what? Fair enough. No, you're right. You're right, and you should say it. Fun little fact about young Pompadour. Whenever Revenge of the Sith came out, and obviously Vader was like big in the media sphere. My mother, for one of my birthdays, got me a Darth Vader costume, complete with a lightsaber. And I wore it around the house the whole day on my birthday.
I know Pomp knows this, but I've never said it on stream. I have a NeoPixel lightsaber.
I want one of those so bad.
One of the ones you've seen online, you know, like the really cool the really cool lightsabers. I have one of those. I bought it a couple of years ago on Star Wars Day when they were on sale. I got it for like, I think I paid like 150 for it, but it was like marked down from like 600.
God.
And I'd always wanted one. It was like a bucket list item for me. Like, one day I want to get a NeoPixel lightsaber, but I do not want to spend $600 on it. And then on Star Wars Day, they were so cheap. I was like, now's the time. I'm buying it now.
Yeah, it is time. It is time. Listen, man, I'm just saying, when you're in a dark room and you have a lightsaber and you turn that shit on, there is a feeling that overtakes you.
Yeah. I would like turn it on so stream could hear it, but we did learn by my trying to show it off to my friends that my mic can't pick it up.
Which is unfortunate.
Unless I like really fuck with the settings, which I'm not gonna do, because you know me and audio shit. I'll just fuck something up.
Listen, one of these, like, I would love, like, Dream Hangout is, like, I have a lightsaber, one of my friends has a lightsaber, we stare down in a dark room and just ignite the sabers and swing. That is, like, the dopest hangout session ever. It's just, like, let's do this, you know? Like...
Yeah.
Ugh!
There were 2 Clone Wars animated series. The other one was by,
Gennady Tartakovsky!
Yeah, Samurai Jack fame. That one was really good.
With the scariest interpretation of Grievous I ever did see.
Yeah, it's been a long time since I watched it, but I did watch it as it was airing. It was very good. Very good. Attack of the Clones Anakin costume. Man, I remember as a kid, I thought Anakin looked cool in Attack of the Clones, and when I look back on it, I'm like, why did I think that? Why the fuck did I think that? So stupid.
Oh no, not the Kingdom Hearts parking lot vid. Oh no.
No.
Oh no.
I love watching my guiltiest fucking pleasure is that I will spend time on YouTube watching like Star Wars fan films with like choreographed lightsaber duels, because like fans make such good ones. Fucking good ones. There's a lot of them too, and they're very good. And the other thing is I really love sprite fight animations. Pomp knows that. I show him them sometimes because I fall down that rabbit hole all the time. I love sprite fights. Like, I love people animating like Sonic fighting and like Dragon Ball ones. They're really good. I like. Also, my guilty pleasure of mine is Death Battle. I like Death Battle, and I like talking about power scaling. I don't take it seriously, but I do really like it.
Except for that one time you and me had a very long, drawn-out conversation about Kabuto and Sonic.
Oh yeah, we talked about who would win, Kamen Rider Kabuto or Sonic.
I think did we come down? Did we just kind of like it's really hard to decide who wins in that scenario because like it's a tough call, man.
It's tough. I think we have to give it to Sonic in the end, but it's.
I definitely think it is a very close. It is a very close fight. I will not disparage Kabuto because he has bullshit on his side too. Like he does.
The one of the worst death battles is the Ragna versus Soul one, man.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Oh, the pain.
And
in
they're
my
never
heart
gonna come
about
back
that.
to it, man. They're never gonna do a rematch.
No. That one gives me such pain in my heart. Like as someone who knows all the BlazBlue lore and all the Guilty Gear lore, just like all the stuff they got wrong, just bothers me so much. But what are you gonna do? I guess.
I mean, one that has always remained goated though was the Solid Snake versus Sam Fisher. Like that one, fucking goated.
I've seen it, but I don't remember it very well.
I mean, Snake wins, obviously.
Yeah. Well, Snake's the greatest soldier who ever lived, right?
Well, yeah, and then also you need to like one of the things that they talked about was like Snake survived in a literal microwave tunnel for 3 minutes. Microwaves that melt people. He survived that for 3 minutes.
Yeah.
And most of his equipment survived as well, so an EMP is not going to do shit to him.
Death Battle's been pretty good recently. They did the Cell versus Metal Sonic one was really good.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
My goat. Dog walk that fraud. Let's go.
The Yugi versus Ash one is like all time. Like so good. So good. I think the best death battle ever was Bowser and Eggman.
Oh my god, yeah.
That's probably the best one they've ever done. But like Yugi and Ash was definitely like second place. So fucking good.
Dante Bayonetta was pretty good back when I watched it.
I don't watch the full analysis of death battles. I watch the animation and then I watch the wrap up.
The breakdown. You know what's really funny about that, Crow, is that I am a DBZ fan, and I saw that matchup and I went, Cell is fucking cooked.
Here's the thing about Metal Sonic.
Instantly.
Metal Sonic is so overpowered that it doesn't even make sense within Metal Sonic's own universe that he's ever lost a fight. It doesn't make sense. Like, the only reason that Metal Sonic is not continually the main antagonist of the Sonic franchise is because Eggman regained control of him after Sonic Heroes, but it doesn't make sense that he was defeated in Sonic Heroes. He should not have lost that fight at all. There's no excuse for that.
but he lost to the real superpower of teamwork. So
yes, he lost to the power of friendship, unfortunately. Like, Metal Sonic is so broken. There's no, like, nothing in the Sonic universe should be able to beat Metal Sonic. He's so busted.
Yep. Yeah, because as they put it, they were like, so Cell has all of this in his cellular makeup, and Metal Sonic can copy that. So you just give Metal Sonic DBZ abilities.
I saw in the comments...
Cell is fucking cooked.
I saw in the comments people were saying that they should do a death battle series where they have the versions of the characters that won their death battles fight other versions of characters that won their death battles. So, for example, the Metal Sonic who now has the power of the Z Fighters fights someone else who has won a death battle. The person that they cited that he should fight is Simon from Gurren Lagann. I read a very ignorant take because this person was like, Metal Sonic would just, what? How could Simon overcome Metal Sonic copying his data and doing all of Simon's abilities? And it's such an ignorant take because it's like, did you actually watch Gurren Lagann? Because what is the main antagonist of Gurren Lagann but a creature entity that does exactly, literally that? And the point of that battle is that Simon wins anyway, despite that he is fighting someone who is exactly on his level.
not only exactly on his level, but exactly on his level +1.
+1, and could infinitely scale higher if it simply wanted to.
Yep, and he still wins. He still wins. I'm sorry. Metal Sonic, I love you. You're taking an L to Spiral Power, bro.
I don't know very much about
taking an L.
the Lantern lore in DC, but Simon fought the White Lantern, which I guess is like the same thing, like infinite scaling willpower type shit, and Simon won that. And I remember something I really didn't like about that Death Battle is the characterization of Simon. I don't think that the writers of Death Battle understood Simon very well when they scripted it. The whole like plot that they do is that like the Lantern comes to Earth and wants to confiscate Gurren Lagann because it's like a class whatever super weapon, galactic super weapon. And at the end of the fight, the Lantern realizes that actually the super weapon was not Gurren Lagann, and Simon says it was me. That is just incorrect. Simon is not a super weapon. The entire point of Gurren Lagann is that Simon is not special. It is the willpower of humanity that wins that fight, and that is the star of that show. It is willpower. It is not Simon as a powerful entity.
He wields it, but that does not make him the weapon.
Yeah, I don't even really like the representation of Gurren Lagann in a death battle as like a power level. It just doesn't really work like that. Like, it's like when people say like, oh, so and so should fight Simon, I'm like, you know, to be honest with you, I don't feel like you should phrase that as they should fight Simon. Like, they should fight Gurren Lagann if you want to if you want to encompass like it's a concept they have to battle, not a character.
It's a thought. It's a belief.
And people misinterpret the way that Simon can like use the spiral energy to form drills like on his body and shit. That's not a superpower that Simon has. He is just channeling the will of humanity. It's what they're trying to tell you is like any human could do it. It's just like Simon is just like him. He's just the guy.
Yeah. He's the one that everybody puts their faith in. He's the big dog, you know.
The goat.
There's one death battle I'll forever like have gripes with for me, and it's the Alucard versus Dio one, and I'm like,
yeah, Alucard loses that.
Yeah, which I'm like, no.
What's their logic again? How does Dio win that?
So Dio wins because the world is fuck busted, right? But they were like, oh well, if Alucard fucking is doing his Schrodinger thing, then he doesn't have access to any of his abilities. And I'm like, where in any of the fucking lore does it state that Alucard can't do his usual vampire shit when he's Schrodingering?
How does Dio kill Alucard?
Destroys his heart, I guess.
So Alucard can be killed.
Okay, Alucard can be killed. It just... The whole reason that he was basically unkillable is because he had a bajillion souls that were basically taking the hits for him.
I remember that. Yeah, he has to die like thousands of times before he like actually dies.
Unless he does release restraint level 0, in which case he is literally releasing all of those souls. And it's just him.
Yeah, I remember.
But even then, he's ridiculously powerful aside from that. However...
I don't know JoJo lore quite. I've seen parts 1 through 3 of JoJo, so I don't know, like, the maximum potential of Dio, I guess.
However, the one thing about the end of the series is, like, the whole thing about Schrodinger is, you know, he is everywhere and nowhere, right? And because of that, all of the souls inside of Alucard are able to, like, basically, you know, like, replicate, become, you know, like, their own people, that kind of thing. And so Alucard has to systemically remove each soul from his body, so it is only him by the end of it. However, like Schrodinger, he's everywhere and nowhere. You can't kill him.
Yeah, well, guess who no-diffs both of them? Ragnar the Blood Edge.
Well, okay, alright.
Soul bad
like,
guy,
yeah,
no-diffs both of them.
Like, the stored life thing is completely negligible because he can't, like, he's got the quantum power of Schrodinger. He's everywhere and nowhere. And for some reason in Death Battle, they were like, when he's doing that, he can't use any of his other abilities. And I'm like, no? What?
Everywhere and nowhere, but if Dio stops time... Yeah, I don't know, that's complicated. It's complicated.
Yeah, no, like, Dio doesn't have the same reality warping abilities as some of the other fucking antagonists in that show.
All I know
Like,
about Dio is that he can stop time for like 9 seconds. I don't know what other powers he gains.
okay, so the implication is that Dio could, in time, grow to stop time for longer. Like, he was constantly getting better with that ability. Like, he even says it during his fight. He's like, oh, I stopped it for this long. Now I can stop it for this long, right? And they also brought up fucking the Eyes of Heaven video game, which I'm like, okay, so that's not
Sometimes
canon.
The way that they scale characters bothers me a lot. Like,
yeah,
they did it in the Metal Sonic vs. Cell one, where they scaled Cell's speed higher than Metal Sonic's, and it's the most bullshit thing I've ever heard of.
Yeah, no, that was absolute horseshit. I'm like,
no. Doesn't make any sense at all. They scaled Cell to post-Cell games Goku. They were like, oh, like, Goku crossed all of the afterlife in a matter of minutes shortly after the Cell games. It's like, first, back the fuck up. First thing I want to say about that is not canon. That is filler in Dragon Ball, first of all. Now, you can make an argument for Death Battle allows for filler content to be used, but in my opinion, it's not canon to Dragon Ball in any way, shape, or form. It should not be used to scale Cell. Secondly, Goku is dead, and we don't know how much time there is between the Cell games and the Otherworld Tournament arc. It could actually be like the full 7 years. Like, it could take place 2 weeks before Majin Buu, for all we know. We have no idea. So there could be like 7 years worth of training there. But also, we know that when Goku trained in Otherworld with King Kai after being killed by Piccolo while fighting Raditz, in a matter of 1 year, Goku like multiplied his power level by orders of magnitude in 1 year. So we know that the kind of training that you can do in Otherworld does not scale to the amount of time that you spend in Otherworld very directly. Goku could have only been in Otherworld for a matter of weeks training and vastly surpassed Cell.
Yeah. It's nuts. It's nuts, man.
They also
I hit to cut you off, my friend. I just realized it's nearly 2 in the morning. I have to get up for work tomorrow. Okay. I should probably go to bed.
Get some rest.
It was fun hanging out though, and I'm happy to. I'm always happy to hang out should the timing allow.
Yeah, I'm down. We'll hang out again.
Absolutely. Bye, chat. Thanks for having me. Be nice to Star. Don't stay in drugs. Don't do school.
Yeah, that. I agree.
What I actually mean is, y'all have a good night. Enjoy the stream. Thanks for having me.
Take care, brother. Bye-bye.
Bye, brother.
The other one that I was gonna say bugs the shit out of me is the Ragna vs. Soul one. Because in that one, they scale Soul bad guy to a manga feat where he destroys a gear the size of Mount Everest in a single blast, but he does this with Fire Seal, which is a weapon that he built specifically to destroy gears. It is an anti-gear weapon. And in the death battle, they have Ragna transform into the Black Beast, which is like a comparable in size entity, and Soul destroys it in one blast because they just scale like his destructive force to being able to destroy Mount Everest with an anti-gear weapon, though. And the thing is that in BlazBlue's lore, the Black Beast is an entity that is, roughly that size in scale. However, it is so powerful and so durable that humankind launches its entire nuclear arsenal at it, and it does not leave a scratch on it, and it causes global fallout that ruins the entire planet because they attempted it. And that's how durable it is. So if we're talking about, Soul just using pure destructive force, even if we scale him to mountain busting, it is not enough to even come close to damaging the Black Beast. It doesn't make sense. And that's not even getting into the fact that Ragna turning into the Black Beast doesn't make sense, because, Soul stabs him, and he, goes berserk and turns into the Black Beast. If Ragna turned into the Black Beast every time he received a fucking knife wound, BlazBlue would have been a very different story. It requires very particular circumstances for that to happen to Ragna. What is it, Combos of the fight are too complicated to decide how to set it up so both characters can use their skills to the max. Most setups benefit from one or the other a lot. I don't know anything about Lelouch. I've never seen Code Geass. I know a lot of people say Code Geass is really good. I've actually never seen it, though. I don't think I've ever even seen one episode of Code Geass. But I've heard good things. I'll transition over and play a couple games of Pokemon Auto Chess, I think. I'm gonna run AFK real quick first, though. I will be back in, like, 2 minutes. I'll BRB. Back. Hello, it's me. You don't like Code Geass. Interesting. I've usually heard good things about Code Geass. Is my music not working? How about now? Probably working now. It tries to be Gundam and Death Note at the same time, and it's bad at both. No music? Is it work? Wait, it's not working now? It looks like it is. Okay, it's working. Okay. So this is my addiction, Pokemon Auto Chess. I play this when I don't have anything else like on my docket, like when I'm not, you know, doing something in my backlog or playing something new that came out, and I need to fill time and space. I play Pokemon Auto Chess. I'm addicted to this game. I love this game. Let me switch cat. I can't even remember how I found Pokemon Auto Chess, but I love Pokemon. I will play anything that is Pokemon branded. Of course, this is a fan game. I really like Pokemon fan games. I've played a lot of Pokemon fan games. They are oftentimes much better than actual Pokemon games. This is one example. Bug is too big to allow for that. Relatable. I just don't often get to it, you know? Like, I need to be in the mood to play something in my backlog. And, so, like, I finished Unicorn Overlord, and I was like, okay, what's next? I think I'm gonna go on a Pokemon Auto Chess binge for a minute. There's some stuff coming up, like, Star Fox is coming out soon. The Avatar fighting game is coming out soon. And, Grand Blue Fantasy Relink Endless Ragnarok is coming out soon. So those are the next 3 things on my timeline in terms of video games. A lot of my free time is going to be taken up by producing Starry Sky as well, coming up pretty soon. So this is actually what I'm doing with the remainder of my free time at the moment, is Pokemon Auto Chess. If you don't know what Auto Chess is, it is Teamfight Tactics, which I've never played. I don't even know how to play Teamfight Tactics. I'm pretty sure it's basically the same thing, but I think I've played one game of TFT once in my life and didn't like it. But I jumped into this, and it took me quite a long time to learn how to play this game, and I wouldn't even say that I'm very good at this game. I'm doing my best, but love this. I have no idea how TFT works. The best way for me to put it is that it's like a PvP roguelike, right? Where, like, you start with nothing, and you're at the whims of the system as to what you can get your hands on. So you build your chessboard of Pokemon, and your opponents build their chessboard of Pokemon, and it's an auto battler. So you get matched up with someone, and then your board smashes against their board, and whichever one has the stronger board wins. And you go through rounds, and the game continually feeds you more resources and more Pokemon. And you have to, like, the skill expression is like reading your situation and adapting your board to what you get to try to build a stronger board than everybody else. That's the breakdown of it. Raven, what up, my dude? How you doing, brother? Good to see ya. I have played... There's no total number of games. I guess I don't know how many games I've played. If I were to ballpark it, I would put it at several hundred. But I've won 105 games of Pokemon Auto Chess. Technically speaking, a win is getting into top 4, so it's 8-player games, and if you place 4th or higher, you do not lose ELO, right? So if you know that your board is not looking like a winning board, you're just trying to get into top 4 so you don't lose ELO. That's your objective. So, like, by the time you get to, like, halfway through the game, you might be like, I don't think I'm going to win this game on this board, so now I'm just trying to save my ELO. To try to climb. I actually peaked recently. This is my highest ELO ever, is 1140. Like, can you not see my cursor? Hang on, it's rather important that you can see my cursor. Here we go. That's better. Yeah, so right here, 1140 was my peak. This was a couple days ago. This is the highest I've been, and I fell. Sometimes you, like, play something experimental or just, like, play what you get, and it doesn't work out. Which Pokemon would canonically be able to automate this chess? Like Porygon, maybe? Probably Porygon. I've been trying to play... so, like, the types are important, right? So when you build your board, you're working based on the types of the Pokemon, and you want to try to build a board with, like, the same types of Pokemon and, like, match them, because they get, like, type bonuses for which ones you have. So you're trying to build a board centered around like 1 to 2. Typically it's like one main one, and then like you'll have like 1 or 2, sometimes more, supporting ones that add to what your board can do. So it looks like I've been trying to play Poison, but actually I've been trying to play Ghost. It's just that Poison sometimes is what happens when you don't get Ghost online, because a lot of the like Ghost types, there's a lot of crossover between Ghost and Poison. I'm just kind of trying to play what I think is good in the meta right now, which I think is like Ghost, Ice. I used to play so much Ground. Ground is like kind of fun to play, but ever since I climbed into the 1100 elo range, Ground is like a late game strat, and it's very hard for me to get it online. I haven't been able to successfully do it very often, but I used to when I was playing under 1100 elo. I was winning a lot with Ground. So we're gonna play a little bit of chess. How are you doing, Raven? What have you been up to? If you guys have any music recommendations, hit me one. I'm just playing BlazBlue music. Oh, you've been 3D printing stuff? I have a 3D printed Xenomorph that one of my colleagues at my job gave me when I was promoted to a different department. That happened earlier this year. Whoa. That down. Don't really need that at all. What do we got here? Two Goomies. Yeah, double Goomy? I'm going Dragon. We're going to the Dragon portal. Oh yeah, I have a 3D printed Xenomorph that I like very much. It lives on my desk, and I fidget with it, and I shouldn't fidget with it, because I will break it. Alright, so we get a starter pick. We're going to take Charmander. Both Goomies. Throw Goomy on the board. Okay. Now you get a region that determines the rate at which you find different types of Pokemon, right? So I'm in Dragon, Flying, and Gourmet, meaning that I have a higher chance to find those 3 types. I chose this because my starting board had 2 Goomies on it, my starting shop, which means I could start with a couple of Goomies in my pocket, so now I can get up to 3 Dragon with 4C. I had like a little bit of a head start in the Dragon department, so I picked the Dragon portal. So because I have 3 Dragon, this is the types that you have on the board, right? Dragon's ability is once you have 3 Dragons, the secondary types of all of your Dragons are doubled. They count twice. So even though I only have 1 Fire type and 1 Aquatic type in Goomy on the board, the secondary type of Goomy and the secondary type of Charmander are doubled because I have 3 Dragons. So they spread their types out. Itemization here. I'm gonna go... I'm gonna go this. I'm not spending any money right now. I'm gonna wait a little bit. You printed a fidget toy? What kind of fidget toy? Like, what is it? I need fidget toys. I'm a big fidgeter. Like, at work. I fidget like crazy. I have to be careful not to put things in my environment that I'll break by fidgeting with them. I would really love this magnet, but I'm not gonna get it. I'm gonna try. Oh, got it. Okay, gamer. I do want to roll a tiny bit to try to get more dragon. Okay. We got Sliggoo online, so when you get 3 of a Pokemon, it evolves. And that just, like, dramatically increases its base stats, and then powers up its ability. I'm gonna wait a little. I'm gonna go no items here. I'm probably gonna lose round... Well, I might lose a couple of rounds here, because I'm gonna hold back on spending resources right now. There's a big game of waiting in this game where when you have resources, you don't want to blow them all right away, unless you have a good reason to. Person I'm fighting spent a little bit because he got that Pikachu. Which is pretty good for starting. I'm gonna take this just to get that spoon. I'm gonna buy the Charmander, I'm gonna buy the Trapinch. Not gonna buy the Goomy. I'm not gonna buy the Goomy. Oh, I don't want to keep rolling, but I could really use another Charmander here. Okay. Base water. I'm gonna throw this on the board instead of Trapinch because I can get the 3 water this way. Still don't want to use my items though. I'm gonna wait a little bit longer. Planetary gear system that you can spin with. Oh. Wait, how do you get, like, the blueprints to 3D print stuff? Like, do you just look that up online and then your 3D printer can, like, operate based on that? I'm not even sure if I've ever even seen a 3D printer. Certainly do not know how they work. Oh, should I take the Charmander? I am going to take this to raise the base power of my board. Even though I'm not going to use Meryl, it's very cheap for me to just raise the base power of my board. Now, the question about taking this Charmander is... if I take it, I'm committing to thinking about getting Charizard, which means I might have to spend some money now to try to get to Charizard quickly. And I don't like the idea of doing it. Especially where there's this guy playing Fire, and he already has 2 Charmanders. The pool of Pokemon that you buy from is shared with everybody. I am going to buy the Charmander, but not necessarily for the purpose of getting Charizard here. My thinking is I take a Charmander out of the pool so that that guy playing Fire has a harder time getting to Charmeleon and or Charizard. So I got the Charmander first. I won that round, actually. I haven't invested any items yet. I'm not going to yet. We're trying to conserve resources. Oh, let's see this. Oh, because that guy was playing Babies. Babies is a strat where you want to lose. When you lose a round playing Babies, you have a chance to get an egg and a... Oh, what's this guy doing? When you get an egg, after 5 rounds, it hatches, and it hatches into a Pokemon that you can only get from eggs, and it's like a pool of Pokemon, and they are generally game-changing. They're Pokemon that you want. Not all of them, but a lot of them are. It's kind of like it's a gamble you take. Like when you play Babies, you are trying to get something that will carry you. Man, this is tough. What are these picks I'm getting here? Taking Spoon again. I'm just gonna keep holding. I'm gonna keep holding. I'm okay. I'm not getting my ass kicked that badly that I need to start investing items. After a Gyarados round, I get a unique Pokemon. Again, those are like game-changing Pokemon. Everyone gets one after the Gyarados round. It's a good idea to not bleed a ton of rounds before you get there, but it is okay to play like I am right now, like conservatively up until that round, because when you get that unique at the Gyarados round, you can then invest your items and shape your board around the unique that you get, because that's when the game gets kind of serious and you want to stop losing. Another Charmander. I got 3 Magikarps too, that's pretty good. Now, there's a bit of worry. You can lose to Gyarados. And that's bad. If your board is not strong enough to defeat Gyarados, you can lose to Gyarados. So you don't want to play too conservatively to where Gyarados will beat your ass. I think it's going to be close here, but I think I'm going to win. Based on my knowledge of how powerful Gyarados is. Ooh, Yeah. Yeah, I think, yeah, we win those. Okay. It looked a little scary for a second there. I'm thinking about buying this Charmander. I'm gonna buy it. Okay, we want to go into the Dragon portal. We really want a Dragon unique here. This is our choice. Hop in here. We're guaranteed to get a Dragon unique. There are a few choices. There are the white ones in the middle there. There are some that would be great, some that would not be so great. But you just take what you can get. Again, the game of skill expression here is adapting to what the game gives you. We got Turtonator, which is... okay. It's okay. It's not my favorite pick, but... it does synergize with my man Charmander. We're going to spend here to roll up to level 6, because we are going to Power Spike at 5 dragons. I just need to get a 5th dragon. Chameleon. Okay, there's Bagon. Okay, we're going to toss Bagon on the board. There's Power Spike there. Still have no items invested anywhere. It's tough because I didn't get great items for what I'm running. This person's playing Dark Ghost combination. Spiritomb is like a strictly tanky Pokemon. It doesn't really put out any damage at all. He's relying on Spiritomb living a very long time and that Larvitar to rip through my back line. Which it probably will, to be honest. Dano is also not a lot of damage here. Yeah, it's not good. Spiritomb's just tanking while Larvitar and Dano do all the work. Another magic card. Okay, so... But I need to invest items. At this point, I can't afford not to. I'm not going to take this because it's going to power up other people in a way that I do not want. So I'm going to take this. And we're going to go... This is really tough. I'm going to go this, here, this, here. And I don't want to invest anything else. I have some good... I have really good items on hand for... If I get my own Dano on the board. I have to find Dano, but if I do, it would be really good. This was the guy that's playing Fire, right? He also got Turtonator. He has really good items on the Synthro, so it's tough. It's kind of looking like a Charizard angle at this point, to be honest with you. My item choices are just not it today. Let's sell this. Like, it's kind of looking like I roll down to a Charizard here. It's risky, but it might be what keeps me in here. Wow, another Magikarp, huh? That's good. That's good. Hey. I'm gonna do this, this. Okay, we need one more Charm Stick. Double Bagons. So unfortunate. I want to keep these Magikarps. No, I don't. Ooh. Okay. Come on. There it is. Okay. I don't like that we had to do that, but I think we really needed to do that. So, Unfortunately, my itemization for Charizard is just not the best. Really activating my brain here. I'm gonna wait until Mewtwo round before I make a choice as to what to do next. I want to buy this Ditto, though. Not sure if I want to buy the Trap Leech. I think I did. See, that's a bit better. So Charizard now is pretty strong. Bob, you're spending all me money on Charizard. It'd be really nice if, so there's a round where you battle Lugia and Ho-Oh, and then after that you get a Legendary. And if I can get my hands on Reshiram, another Dragon Fire type, that'd be really great. Like I mentioned earlier, Dragon types double their secondary type. So even though I only have 2 Fire types on the board, they count as 4. That's why my Fire appears at 4. If I get Reshiram, then I will have 6 Fire types on the board at a value of 3 spaces. Pretty good. You can actually get it all the way to 8 with my favorite goodest boy, Haxorus. That is what I want. Finally. That. We're gonna put that there. The Turtonator actually online. Still gonna hang on to the Trapinch and Ditto. And it is, it's not that Haxorus is a fire type, it is that Haxorus is a pure dragon type, which means if you gain the means to apply fire type to Haxorus, his secondary type becomes fire, meaning that it doubles. The benefit of Haxorus is that on a dragon board, you can give him a secondary type of your choosing, and he counts as 2 of those. Best use I've seen for that is with fire, but I've personally tried it with electric before. It did not work very well. Don't recommend it, but I'm sure there are other ways to use it as well. Can I get over this Pikachu? Pretty sure I can. Yeah. The items that Turtonator is holding are scaling items, meaning the longer he stays alive and the longer he fights, the stronger he gets. So as long as he's able to survive long enough, even if the rest of my board goes down, no matter how many Pokemon they have left on the board, if they're not strong enough to get through how high Turtonator is scaled, he is going to outscale all of them, because he's just going to get stronger, and then he's going to chew through the rest of their board. This is like a pretty standard item setup for like a melee Pokemon. Turtonator has an ability that scales with his HP, or with his shielding. So there are other items you can give Turtonator that are better than what he's holding, but he's holding like a standard melee set, which is just generally good. They have Chimecho, which is, well, Chimecho and Ladder. That's a really good pairing they have going on there. One of the most fun ones to play, too. I lost to it. That's crazy. That was very close. I had one more auto attack. So this is an item that gives fire type to a Pokemon. It's one of the ones I mentioned. It's like really good at synergizing with Haxorus. You can spend $10 here to get an item that adds a type to a Pokemon. Generally can be pretty good with a Dragon board to get you to like get you to a level that you don't have. I'm not going to spend the money because I'm already kind of a minus on economy right now because I rolled down to Charizard, and I don't think that I benefit tremendously from spending on that, so I won't. And so we're 2 battles away from reaching Lugia round. A lot of times your objective is to stay in until then, because the legendary that you get can change everything. can really make or break the game for you. There's somebody playing pure sound in this game, and there's somebody playing pure gourmet, which are two types that are traditionally like supporting secondary types. But if you get the right setup as your main type, are like obscenely broken. Yeah, his is going pretty well. I've never used Munchlax. I'm not sure how good Munchlax is, but he just beat my ass, so evidently not bad. I've had a couple of really good gourmet games. I've had one where like what the board did at the end of it was like perma CC the enemy, which is pretty funny. It was like they just couldn't play the game. Frustrating to play against, I'm sure, but very funny to execute. This is the guy's playing Dark. I'm not even sure what this guy's like objective on his board is. He has like 2 ghosts. Whatever this is working. Okay, this is like Spiritomb tanking while Pupitar does all the work though, but that's only gonna get you so far. So you have something cohesive on it. That wasn't very cohesive. Okay. So we're back over $50, which is... We're back to economy at this stage. We're earning the maximum amount of dollar dues that we can between rounds. A lot of dittos? What do you mean? I have 1 ditto. What you talking about? I don't even actually have the ditto. It's in my shop. Past at least 3 now. Oh, you mean how many I've gotten? Wait, did I get? What? What are you saying? I'm confused. Dragon Portal's down. Oh, it is gone. I'm gonna go to the double fire portal because it means I have 2 chances at Reshiram. It's my best chance at. Oh, it's because I'm locking the shop. You didn't know you could do that, Kara? You see this down here in the lower left? You can lock what's in your shop. Oh, okay, so it's gonna be Ho-Oh or Moltres. I actually don't know which of these is better. There's a burn on these. I think it's better. Oh, we're just gonna have to go like crit Ho-Oh, I think. What choice do I have? Oh yeah, so if you hover the ones that you don't want to buy and you press E, you can boot them out of the shop and lock it. I'm just keeping the Ditto in the traffic. So I went like attack speed, crit Ho-Oh, like 80 carry Ho-Oh here. There is a logic to that, but it's not the best thing in the world that I could do, but it's better than nothing. I didn't have a lot of options there. What Fire gets is +1 attack after every hit, so he's scaling attack damage-wise with every attack. Juicing his ability power to make his ability stronger is like not the best choice here, even though it is good to do on a Pokemon like Ho-Oh. It's not the best choice here because the synergies that I have are not like ability power focused, they're attack damage focused. So causing Ho-Oh to just have like attack speed and crit here is stronger than going an ability power build. Well, that's a bold statement. Not necessarily stronger, but for what I have, I don't have much choice. There are a few items here that are quite good for me. I kind of wanna, ironically, get some ability power on Ho-Oh or Fire Synergy. I'm gonna go Fire Synergy. I'm gonna do that because now I'm gonna roll up to level 8. I'll buy this. Because now I can advance my board in a positive direction here. I'm gonna give this Fire Stone to Seadra, make it a fire type. Give Seadra some critical hit as well, because Seadra is also good at that. And I need a dragon. I need any unique dragon. Any unique dragon. Okay, that's a unique dragon. So we're gonna take that. Didn't go where I wanted, but that's fine. Okay, so we got up to 7 dragon, which is a power spike for dragons, so that's why I wanted that. I managed to get to 6 fire and 7 dragon on that turn, so that is a substantial power spike for my board. Is it enough? Probably not. No. But it was kind of my best option. Not looking good for the board. We're gonna move Ho-Oh to this corner. Try to box him in. This. We just don't want anybody getting to Ho-Oh before Ho-Oh gets to do his job. This is not great, not great. Playing like just dragon fire kind of raw like this is not very strong. Kind of worked with what I got. The game seemed to kind of want to give me Charmanders, so I decided to roll with it. It's not a worthless strat, but not a winning one either. So we're gonna take the L on that. I'm a dragon enjoyer. The way that I learned to play this game was like forcing dragon every single game. It was stronger then than it is now. Not so strong. But there are ways. There are ways. I just didn't encounter those ways. There's another guy playing like Ghost Dark, and one of the stronger dragon types is Dano, or like Hydreigon. And if you're competing for those with another person playing like Ghost Dark or Dragon, that can be tough. Kind of what you want. Anytime I'm playing Dragon, like my objective is to try to get like a good Dano. Stars did not align for me there. I'd like to try to play like Ice or Ghost. I really don't want to play Dragon that way. That's the element to my level of skill in this game is like I keep saying is like adapting to the situation and like knowing what to do is how you get good at this game. I don't have the best knowledge on that. Like my knowledge compendium is like decent, but there's just so many things and I haven't learned all of them. So like, you know, I didn't see a better path than going like just Dragon Fire there, which, you know, it's possible there was and I just passed right by it. I just didn't see it, but waiting into matchmaking. I am very excited for the Granblue Fantasy Relink expansion. Oh my god, I'm so glad that that game is getting more content. I love that game to death, and there was not enough of it. And I thought it was entirely possible that it was going to be one and done. That game was going to be, you know, they release it and then they never do any more. So that game was in development hell for such a long time that I thought it was entirely possible that Cygames would just never attempt again. Cygames often surprises me though with the stuff that they do. Big example is how much they support Granblue Fantasy Versus. Yo, what's up, Toa Star? Thank you, I appreciate it. I like your name. It's got star in it. That's me. That's my name. Hope you're doing well. Pet tour. I've gone through like all of the good places. Here, double X. Every time I return to listening to Guilty Gear Double X after I have not heard it in a while, I'm reminded of how I should never stop listening to this soundtrack. Immediately when you hear it, it's like, it's peak. It's the best shit ever. I could play in the lower lobbies now because I D-ranked, but I'm not going to. Because I ain't a bitch. I'm gonna climb. I've proven capable. I will do it. It does always, on the topic of, Grand Blue Fantasy Versus, it surprises me that that game continues to get so much support, because I never liked that game very much. I always wanted to, but it's just not for me, and I'm surprised that there are enough people that really like that game, that it, you know, it continues to be like a moneymaker for side games. Maybe I'm ignorant, but I'm like, this game, this one, this is the game that you guys like? I don't know, man. I don't like it that much. And I'm the target audience. It's been a pretty decent year for fighting games, or it's going to be, right? Like, Invincible Versus came out, and there's like DLC for Street Fighter, Tekken, Guilty Gear, and then the Avatar fighting game is coming out soon, and then Tokon is coming out this year too. I hope the Avatar game is good. The I saw the trailer for Azula yesterday, and oh my god, that character looks horrific. What do we got? We got 3 grass types. Really don't like playing grass. Can I have this ghost portal? I will take it. Let's go. We're playing ghost. We're going ghost, baby. Call me Daniel. Glitchwick. Glitchwick with spoon. I will take that. We're no Goomy. Goomy. Don't actually goo me though. I don't want it. I don't want your goo on me. Or you could, I guess. I'll allow it. We got fire. Or... what zone did I get? I didn't even get the ghost zone. How are you gonna do me like that? Someone explain to me the mechanic. That's how that happens. I did get the wild zone. And that's pretty good. I've only played wild a couple of times, but it's like kind of free. It's not difficult to build around. Large aquatic. Magnet. Nice. Okay. It's a wild angle, I think. We're gonna try to play wild. Wild is what I would call the most belligerent synergy in this game, where you simply put 9 wild Pokemon on the board and they go crazy. It's not like a... I mean, like, you do have to, like, plan around what you're putting on the board a bit, but For the most part, it's just kind of like, just throw the wild mons on the board and let them go to town. It's not that complicated. Spearow. And also, like, every wild mon you get benefits from being wild. It's like, it's not like some synergies where, like, you know, arguably when you put a certain one on the board, it's like, it's not doing a lot. They all do something. Because they just get, like, a ginormous amount of base stats just for being on the board. They're not going to perform great at the beginning, especially with the heroes, but... Oh. Okay, that's okay. We're gonna take this. We're investing items on Spearow right now because we're not gonna keep Spearow. He's holding a spot for someone else though. Tata. So we get up to 4 wild synergy pretty quickly. They get a lot of attack speed and movement speed just for being on the board. These are not strong Pokemon though, so they're not gonna do great at the beginning. When you build your number of wild Pokemon up, and you start filling the ranks with stronger wild Pokemon, those base stats go very far. Okay, probably just lose to this Swinub with items. Yeah. There's no way. Also had a bad matchup with the Geodude. My strongest Pokemon is Spearow, and Geodude's ability does more damage to flying type Pokemon. We're just gonna hold on this for now. We're bleeding health, but it's fine. We're gonna scale. We're gonna hope that we scale. No, you gotta approach it with confidence. We're gonna scale. Spearow's not doing it, bro. I don't want to spend to roll down to more Spearows and stuff, though. It's getting to where I sort of need to. I need something. And it's a Spearow. Lickitung. You like that. We can't get to 3 normal yet. If I had another normal type, that would be pretty nice right now, but... The Rattata. Oh, got a Herdier with items? Okay. Confuse that boy, it doesn't matter. That's right, we have a little bit of groundwork here. Okay. That's good. I love this. Sell this boy, buy this. I am gonna roll down a little bit more because we're pretty close to some actual power on. Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. A lot of wild lion types in this game. Let's Eradicate. Eradicate's better. Okay, we have Fearow and Licky. Playing against babies, not a good test of the board. So just because I evolved some Pokemon, my base stats are higher now, which is kind of what I was spending money to do. we're gonna hold. We super need to hold now. I spent a little too much money. We do. Oh, that is a red Gyarados. Okay, red Gyarados is good to see here. When you beat red Gyarados, you get a unique item where after every round you get an extra $5. And that's everybody gets that. So that means I'm going to make up for that lost economy that I just spent down on. Which is good, however, everybody else gets the same level of momentum, right? So even though it helps me recover from what I had to do, it doesn't put me ahead. That's the red Gyarados scale we get there. Now, it might be... Actually, I know it is. It's a good idea for me to roll straight to level 6 here, no matter what the cost is, because I can get to 6 wild types, and it's a big power spike. Giant power spike. And the don't you dare. There's just no way. There's no way he took the 2 wild portals for his 1 aquatic. That's crazy, dude. We're not taking a portal. I don't get a wild type. I have to pivot off the wild. What the? This is not... I can't play wild now because you need 9 wild types for it to work. I have to pivot. And I think the best pivot target here is Lapras. Lapras is really good, guys, so we're gonna do this. I'm not gonna roll down just yet. We can go ice. We're gonna go ice now. Yeah, so Lapras is good at kind of solo carrying a little bit. What up, Crow? You were cleaning? Couldn't be me. See, I think Lapras could do this. That was close, though. Lapras actually could have won. A little more itemization and correcting my board in the pivot, and we have a chance to recenter ourselves. And pull it back. So I want this. Sell this boy. I'm not going up to 6 yet because I need to get some ice types in. I want this. I kind of want this too. A couple of these. A Swampert and Blastoise? Holy moly. Wow. Strong board. I wasn't getting over that no matter what. What we could really use here is ice. We want that. And then I'm gonna roll down. I want this, I want this. This. I want this, I want this. We're just spending the cash right now to rebuild our board. So no longer need you. I'm gonna replace it with this. And I want to get to 4 ice, so I am gonna get rid of Licky Licky. Power Lens is a good buy here. Now, 5 ice does nothing for me, so I don't need to go crazy for that right now, but it would be nice to evolve a couple of these more. Have Loudred on the board because it gets me up to Sound 2. Sound is every time a Soundmon casts its ability, it gives the entire team a base stat buff. So like every time, so Lapras is also a Soundmon, so every time Lapras and Loudred cast their ability, it buffs the entire board, which is good at like juicing Lapras's base stats. Again, it's like scaling. The longer Lapras stays alive, which is what it's good at, the stronger it gets. Roll toward leveling up a little bit. There's another Bergmite. Go for that. I've never had Avalugg. I don't know if Avalugg is good. 3 chunks. Energy study. Flinching them and causing damage to a projectile. If the user has a Bergmite on their back, they are thrown as well for the same damage. How do you do that? If the user has Bergmite on its back. I don't know how to accomplish that. I've never heard that before. Pretty sure we win this pretty handily. I think Lapras is just gonna eat them alive. Yeah, Lapras is gonna solo walk through it. Oracle blinds people that stay in the dirt cloud. Unfortunately, it doesn't put out enough damage to get through Lapras here. Even though Lapras was missing some of its attacks, damage output on Lapras is higher than Tilted. Alright, we're gonna buy the Bergmite, we're gonna roll. We're gonna roll and we're gonna get something good. Okay, we like that. Come on, come on, come on, come on. We'll put you out. Now, if I could get another ice type, I'm not gonna roll down any further right now. If I could get one more ice type, I could get to Ice 6, which is a power spike. The Ice Synergy gives a ton of special defense to the entire board, and also gives all attacks a chance to freeze enemies, which is very annoying. The benefit of having high special defense is that the enemy Pokemon's abilities will do less damage, and then also Lapras is holding this Power Lens, which is the amount of special damage blocked by special defense is inflicted to the attacker. So dealing damage to Lapras hurts you, which is quite good. I'm feeling like going for bosses still. It's a secret tool we'll use for later. Okay, we like Swine. I'm gonna toss that on there. I think that it's more valuable than the 2 points in sound right now. The secret tool we're going to use for later is that the Fossil Stone, when combined with another item, gives you a Synergy Stone that will allow you to add a type to a mod. Which means that I can eventually make this Loudred a Sound Ice type. Which will synergize better with Lapras. But because I can't do that right now, I'm going to bench the Loudred and go up to 6 Ice. Because I think that Lapras benefits right now from reflecting more damage with a higher special defense. Did not bear out too well in that one. Koopa is a little strong. Gonna buy that, and one more roll and one up to... I can get the Loudred back on the board now. I think I'm gonna do that. Now we are back at 2 sound. I think that is doing work for me, is being at 2 sound. I'd really like to itemize the Loudred. Loudred can be really good with the right item setup, but it's not easy to reach. If you pull it off, though, it can be game changer. Now, these guys are all scaling as well, so Lapras, unfortunately, is up against a wall here. Even though it is doing quite well at holding its own. Don't think it's going to be able to survive all this. Alright, we want to get one of these. Pretty good. So now, Loudred will also count as an ice type. And it will gain all that special defense, which is great. And it will also gain that ability to freeze enemies. It says after a hit. I'm not actually sure if that means specifically auto attacks or if its ability counts as. This Loudred's ability hits a very large base, a large number of times. It may actually be pretty fucking cool if it works that way, but I don't know if it does. Despite that, we may frankly never get to a third Swinub, but we're going to hold on to this in case we do. What is this board? Like a little bit of everything board. The Greninja, whatever this guy's called, Frogadier, he kind of fucked me up on the back line. Pretty bad. Because this is dark, right? He's got dark on the board? No? Just water? Greninja jumped up my bunghole there, really ruined my day. I don't want him to be able to do that. The threat that dark types pose, such as Mr. Greninja there. Well, hold off. I don't want to spend that too much. Dark types always leap across the board to the enemy backline, to whatever space is available for them to reach, like Crawdaunt did just now. So when you have someone on your backline like this Loudred that you're kind of relying on to put out some damage and make your board viable, you want to try to enclose them so that when the dark types jump, they can't just immediately get to your carries. I don't have a strong board for doing that, though. I don't have a strong board in general right now. It's kind of a meme board, but... Let's get that. Okay, we're gonna get to the Legendary and see if that can save us here. It's not looking great for me, but... I'm gonna get my Legendary after this round. Roll up to level 8, and then I'm going to roll down all my money to try to just make my board as strong as I can in the state that it's in to see if it can carry me out of last place. My objective now is not really to win the game, it's to salvage the game as best I can. So, we're going to get what we get at the Legendary round, and then try to build our board from there to something better than what I have now. Something viable from here. This is one of those ones where like you kind of cut your losses. You're like, okay, I'm not winning this one, but we're gonna try not to come in last. I want that double ice portal. Of course. Same thing happened to me as happened last time. There's another one though. I got kind of forked out of my wild at the beginning. That's what I wanted to do, but... Kyurem. Or Articuno. I think it's a Kyurem. We like Kyurem. With Kyurem, I'm gonna go this. I'm gonna put... Oh, I can't. Okay, we gotta roll. I don't want that. I do want that. I want that. No. Yep. Oh, that's good. Oh, I have to take that now. Now Kyurem is a nuclear missile at the back line. I just need the I need my front line to stay alive long enough for Kyurem to just like shit out nuclear damage, which he does. We don't need the Loudred so much anymore, but oh, I want this Grookey. We'll go down below. No, we won't. Don't need the Loudred anymore. We're gonna do this, this, this here. Yep, we're gonna go like that, and I'm aiming for another Grookey or another Ditto. Just want to pay attention to what happens on the board. Lapras is living. Lapras is living very well. So when Grookey's at the back, instead of attacking, he charges the abilities of everybody else. So when you have a Sound Splash on your board, it's a good idea to put Grookey on the board because he just adds to the rest of your team. Because while he's charging everybody else's abilities, he's also a Sound type. So every time he casts his ability, he's adding to the base stats of the rest of your team. Just okay, you like that. I'm willing to hold now and try to actually roll up to level 9 because the board is in a decent state at this stage. It is actually playable now. Avalon. He's pretty tanky. I'm gonna throw this on Avalon just to buy time for my backline a little bit, so Pokédoll just like reduces the damage they take by 30%. His special defense is already juiced as shit from being an Ice type here. He's getting 50, and his base defense is quite high. So I'm just juicing his ability to stay alive and give Kyurem and Grookey time to just do their thing together. Like the two of them on the backline right now are just like Grookey's charging Kyurem and he's just like pumping out nukes, right? Like drop a bomb there. And Lapras is staying alive. Unfortunately, he goes down, but can Lapras get over the Zygarde? Yes, I think so. Yeah, good. See? Perfect. What we like to see. Remembered, another game I plan to play is Gale of Darkness. I have actually seen, so I have never played Gale of Darkness. I've only played Colosseum, and I actually liked Colosseum a lot. I've never played Gale of Darkness, but recently I saw on YouTube some stuff about like ROM hacks that exist for Gale of Darkness that look pretty good. Kind of interested in playing that. This is a little bit tough. I'm relying on the freezes here to stunlock Hoopa. Yep. I think we win these because his Hoopa got shut down so badly by the stunlock there. Yeah. The freezes stunlocked Hoopa so badly that he didn't get a chance to do anything. And that won us that round pretty handily. Now we're scaling up pretty fast here. I'm not putting another ice type on the board. I might want to replace the Piloswine, but if I do, it's going to be with this guy. But I want to put another sound type on the board because I'm close to getting to 4 sound, which will power spike my board. Yeah, I saw that there's some ROM hacks for Pokemon XD that add like future generation content. I don't want too much of that in particular, but I do kind of want like more content and also like challenging, challenge content. Oh, this is such a hard choice. Do I need damage or survivability? I'm going damage. Yeah, we're going damage. So this item gives attack speed to the Pokemon holding it and the 2 Pokemon beside it. Don't care about it affecting Prinplup, but it is going to make Grookey, or whatever this guy's name is, Thwackey, attack faster and therefore charge other people's abilities faster. Just kind of synergizes with our strat a little bit. Okay, Lapras is alive. Dialga gives himself Resurrections, which can be a little bit spicy, but I think we can win this. Lapras is still going. Oh my god. Dude, Lapras endured so much punishment there. That's insane. Okay. We unlocked the last slot, which we want to fill with a Sound Mon. No, that's a bad idea. Okay, that's okay. I'll take that. It's better than nothing. Piloswine, we don't need him at this stage. Oh, we're cooked. That's alright. We made it to top 4 though, right? So that was the objective. Like once I saw the writing on the wall that there was no winning this game, it was like get out of last place, preferably into top 4. We made it to 3rd place actually, which is surprisingly well for how bad that game was at the middle, right? And we actually ended up ELO positive on that game, even though it was didn't look good for me. I didn't think I was gonna make it to top 4. So we call that a W. Well, I think I'm gonna call it there because I too must get some rest fairly soon. We must wake up early for the works tomorrow. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me tonight. I'm gonna do more streams soon. Probably more just like chilling stuff like this, and then I'll play some fighting games and stuff. And there's some games coming out. I'll probably stream some of the new Star Fox and stuff when it comes out. I'm just trying to kind of get my face back on the interwebs a little more than I've been doing. I appreciate you, Crow. We're gonna raid the boy. You know who he is. He's probably going to look a little different than you're used to if you don't know. Daiji Kubo, who plays Hibiki in Starry Sky, runs his own tabletop channel that is focused on tokusatsu theme. So I'm going to raid him. He's streaming right now. I'm not sure exactly what he's doing. He might just be doing like a prep stream. So be good to the man. Be good to my boy. I'll catch you guys again soon. We'll be back for Starry Sky this weekend. I might stream again before then, though. I'll post it in the Discord. Take care. Good luck with the rest of your shift at work. I'm sorry you're stuck at work, but soon, you'll be free. Yeah, I've been on a couple of his Tokusatsu-themed games, and I'm going to be on another one soon-ish. He's planning it right now, but I think that one might actually be streamed. I'm going to be playing a character in it. Change the keybind. I will change the keybind. I promise you, I will change the keybind. All right. Here he is. Take care. Stay safe. Be good people. I appreciate you. Bye bye.